won't be able to see the PowerPoint. They don't have long enough HDMI cord. So if you can go on your device, it's going to be some calculations that we're going to be doing. Thus the title of the lesson. But we're going to go ahead and stand and face Jerusalem and open up.
All right, we're going to open up with Jeremiah 31, the 31st through the 35th verse. And it reads, Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in that day, that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I make with thee, the house of Israel. After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward part and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, said the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquities, and I will remember their sins no more. Thus says the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is my name.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Like I say, Shabbat Shalom to everybody in the room, everybody in the chat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
To all the family. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and His only begotten Son, Yeshua Mashiach. I want to say a special respect to the teachers and elders that are on the chat, that are in the room. Just want to go back to what the brother just read about him not having to teach us the covenant. We've been disenfranchised from our homeland probably about 1,600 years now. We've been disenfranchised from our teachings of Hanok and Moshe for a little bit over 2,600 years. So the times that we're living in are exciting because the Most High said in the last days He's going to start increasing knowledge. So as we try to get this thing right, we done made some missteps. We're going to continue to make some missteps until we read the last verse at Zephaniah 3 and 9. But this lesson came about because a lot of people are keeping feast days on different days. A lot of people are pointing fingers at people saying this, that, and the third about, y'all doing it wrong, we doing it right. This is not to belittle or demean anyone. This is not to even say that we doing it right. I'm saying this is the understanding that the Most High has given me and the brothers out of the scriptures that I rock with here in Memphis. Amen. I got brothers that don't keep feast days. I got brothers that don't keep Sabbath days. That's what they saying they believe. And I'm not here to point the finger, but I'm gonna say this before we get started. I asked one of the young brews a couple of weeks ago. I said, "Man, how many kids you got?" He said, "I got 4." I said, "Okay, that's a good round number." You give all your children instructions. You give them all commandments. You give them all directions, the same commandments, same everything. You go off to a far country. You gone for about 15 years. 2 of them did nothing that you told them to do. 2 of them tried to do everything you told them to do. They still made a bunch of mistakes. I said, which ones you going to honor? The ones who tried. We've been separated so long, we don't know which way is up. We just not getting back. Right. As long as you doing it with sincerity of heart and you believe in your heart, this is truth, the Most High going to honor that. Right. We're going to read even when Hezekiah got the books of the law back. They did it out of season. Twice. That's right. Twice they did it out of season. One time they did it back to back. That's the Most High honored them. But we're going to read over and over again. These are appointed time. You got to try to get it right. You got to have a right mind. You got to have a right heart. So this lesson is not to say anybody. I can't tell you what the Ruach can say to you. I'm telling you what the Ruach shed in me and showed me in these scriptures. So don't take it that way. So with that, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and also like we just got to look at what was the sense of urgency in our forefathers to keep the feast days. Was it more so emphasis put on to keep them, to get the time right, or to keep them
Right.
to what they stand for?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we're gonna get it right, but we need to put more emphasis on what's more important with the feast days. And when you look at what it stands for versus to what time we're supposed to be keeping, what it stands for in the future is up here on the list. And you know what I'm saying? Right. The times, it's low priority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you said, we just showing the understanding that we've been getting.
Right.
And I just want brothers and sisters that around the world to just focus on what's more important.
Right. And see, that's the thing. Like I talked to everybody, I said that you got too many people trying to prove that they're right instead of getting it right.
That's right.
That's the thing that's driving me to do the lesson, because y'all know me, I'll let a joker do what he want to do, and I just keep it like I want to keep it, man. You do what you want to do. But we gonna go through the scriptures, y'all. First scripture we gonna go to, because what you got, bro? Oh, I'm sorry. The title of the lesson, thank you, bro. The title of the lesson, the calculation of the appointed times and feasts, begin at Jerusalem. Don't nothing else matter. I don't care if you're in Alaska, if you're in Antarctica, if you're in California or Miami, everything started at Jerusalem. Outside of Jerusalem, it don't matter. It got to start there. Everybody want to say the center of the earth or the center of the universe. Now they say Tulsa, the center of the universe, because you can hear your voice echo before you holler. I know what the center of Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's what they got. Look it up. You'll see. But the center of all things begins at Jerusalem. So the first new moon in Jerusalem, not in Memphis, Tennessee, not in Florida, not in California, you can't even tell them in Antarctica. It's 6 months, you know what I'm saying? You can't hardly tell. But the first new moon and the first sunrise, I'm gonna throw that in there. We're gonna read a bunch of stuff in Jerusalem. That's all that matters. After that, we all just trying to do the best we can do. We can.
That's right.
All right. So let's go to Micah. Let's go to Micah. We're going to, let me put it on the screen for the people. Micah chapter 4. We're gonna read verse 2. You can read this exact same wording. I got it on the screen in Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. They say the exact same thing. So they're your two witnesses. But we're going to read Micah 4 and verse 2. What do it say, Hebrew?
And many nations shall come and say, come, and let us go up to the mountains of the Lord, and to the house of God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways. And we will walk in the path, in his path. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So everything started right there. We just read it. And like I said, I got Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. It say the exact same thing. I mean, verbatim. The law shall go forth from Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. That's right.
Clear cut. So once we start looking at the sun and the moon, you can't look at the sun and the moon over here. You got to look at it when it pop up over there, because guess what? All the feast days is centered around the harvest. All the harvests are fail safes or defense mechanisms, so to speak, because we've been gone so long. We can use these as fail safes or defense mechanisms, but we got to follow the prescription first.
That's right.
All right, let's go to the next plate. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 23. Leviticus chapter 23. I'm gonna pull up my blue letter, because we're gonna do a word definition real quick, because you're gonna keep hearing these different terms, but they mean the same thing. Leviticus 23, Hebrew 4 through 14. When you get it, go ahead and feed the people.
These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their season.
In their what?
In their season.
All right, hold up. I wanna bring that up in the room for the people. These are the feasts of the Lord, which you should proclaim in their seasons. So let me share my screen for the people at home. I know sorry for the people in the room. You can look on your device. Kind of slipping on our. We got a problem with the HDMI cord, but we're gonna get it right.
Yes, sir.
All right, so it said these are holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in your seasons. The word for season, I want to hone in. The word for season is moed or moed. The plural of that word is moedim, meaning seasons, times. And you're gonna keep on reading in different. When they say latter rains, it's talking about the feast days. When it says seasons, it's talking about the feast days. When it say appointed time, it's talking about the feast day. When it say full moon, because that is talking about the feast day. He giving you every clue that you got to get it right. The only time you see moon when it's not talking about the feast day, when it say new moon, and it's talking about the first of the month. But any other time, he talking about the feast day. We're gonna prove it because we're gonna keep pulling this blue letter back up. But go ahead and read, Hebrew.
Okay. Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
In the 14th day of the first month
Mhm.
at evening is the Lord's Passover.
Uh-huh.
And on the 15th day of the same month
Mhm.
is the feast of unleavened bread
Go ahead, brother.
unto the Lord.
Uh-huh.
7 days you must eat unleavened bread.
Right.
In the first day you shall have an holy convocation. You shall do no civil work therein.
Mm-hmm.
But you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
So your offering made by fire today is your offering seasoned, has it been gone through the fire? Is your offering pure?
Mm.
You got to have a pure offering. That's why I say, how are you keeping these feast days? Regardless when you keep them, how you keep them.
That's right.
Your offering must be purified by fire. You had to have been gone through something, got some understanding, been baptized by the Holy Ruach, which is the fire of the Most High.
That's right.
Your offering got to be pure. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, I'm pick back up at topic.
Good.
But you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days.
7 days.
And the 7th day is a holy convocation.
Mm-hmm.
You shall do no servile work
Mm-hmm.
therein. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying,
Mm-hmm.
Speak unto the children of Israel,
Right.
and say unto them,
Right.
when ye become into the land which I've given unto you,
Uh-huh.
and shall reap the harvest.
Stop. When you keep this feast 7 days, you come to land, you got to keep a harvest.
That's right.
Now, I don't know how you gonna make unleavened cakes. There ain't no corn out there in the field. I'm asking the question. How are you gonna make unleavened cakes and ain't no green ears of corn out there?
Mm.
No. You gotta reap the harvest. So I don't care. Well, let me stop because I'm finna go off. You got to have some corn out there in the field, man.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question, my brothers and my sisters. If you go out there and say Adar, the last month of the year passed,
Mm-hmm.
but I walk out there ain't no green ear,
Mm.
my calculation got to be off. That's right. Even if you say you kept it 12 months, but I go out there ain't no green ear, then we got a problem. That's right. And I'm gonna show you why we got a problem. Because when you get down to Enoch, it's some days called intercalary days, or I can't pronounce the last. It's begin with E, but it's in there. We're gonna read it because I can't pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
In Enoch, it calls something else. Depending on which version of Enoch you read now, they're gonna say either intercalary day or this eponautical. I can't pronounce it. Mm-hmm. Those days got to be reconciled because we're gonna read that the moon fall behind the sun 5 days. Mm-hmm. It double back on the sun. You know how y'all women double back on us? Y'all moon. Yeah, that's like the moon. That's the moon do that.
Moody.
It want to shine when the sun shines. Don't y'all do that? Yeah. Okay. Hey, some days you see it out there. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. So them days got to be reconciled. We're gonna read Enoch how you reconcile those days. And I have to be careful. And I want to apologize to my family worldwide. I use terms sometimes, and I had to learn this lesson again hard way the other night. I think it's just me being humble. I think everybody know what I know. And I know a lot of people don't. And sometimes I use terminology that may throw people off because I already know what it means. And I'm thinking everybody else know what it means. So when I said the 2 Adars, I already know there had to be a reconciliation every 3 years of 30 days. I just use Adar because you can't put an extra month or the reconciled days in the middle of the year. You always got to put it at the end. So we gonna read that. I'm just saying I want to apologize for that because I said 2 $8 and people like, man, you know. So I said, all right, maybe they don't understand it. I used it because that's the way I just understand it.
That's right.
But keep reading, Hebrew.
And shall reap the harvest thereof. Then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit
To do what?
of your harvest unto the priest,
Mm-hmm.
and he shall weigh the sheaf before the Lord.
Again, if ain't nothing out there to grab up to bring to the priest, how you gonna wave it?
That's right.
It's got to be something out there in that field for you to go harvest in and then give it to the priest so he can wait.
That's right.
Which is the first month of the year.
Right.
Oh, okay.
We gonna, but no, go on, tell because it's in the lesson.
You need green ears.
Thank you.
That's right.
So if the word is how you gonna have a month 8 beard, but ain't no green ears out there? Cause when you look up green ears, it's gonna say a beard.
Yeah.
When you look up a beard, we're gonna say green ears. So it's telling you the month that you gotta go out there, it's got to be some corn out there for me to pluck.
That's right.
So what if you get 12 in the 12th month going into that next new moon, but ain't no green ears out there?
Somebody in the truck. Somebody doing it.
You got to you that let you know that let you know your calculation is off.
Yeah, you all.
Now we got to go back to Genesis 1, which we finna do, and he gonna show you how to do. But let's keep reading.
To be accepted for you.
Mm-hmm.
On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall offer that day when ye weigh the sheep,
Mm-hmm.
and he lamb without blemish of the first year,
Right.
for a burnt offering
Mm-hmm.
unto the Lord.
That's right.
And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil,
Mm-hmm.
an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor.
Mm-hmm.
And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine,
Mm-hmm.
the forepart of an half hand,
There you go.
of an hand.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn,
Uh-huh.
nor green
Stop
ears.
right there. We finna look at green ears. We in Leviticus 23, verse 14. Am I right, my brother?
That's right.
Let's look at what it say green ears. The word for green ears is 3759. And the word is Carmel. Let's look at that. Carmel. Plantation, garden, land, orchard, fruit, garden, grove. Look at it. Plantation, garden, land, fruit, grove. So once again, if I walk out there, but we're gonna get the other meaning of green ear. But once again, when I walk out there, and ain't nothing for me to get to the priest, ain't nothing for me to harvest, I'm in the wrong time. Just like right now, if you go to Jerusalem right now, ain't no green ears out there. Ain't no green ears nowhere to be found. The boots on the ground out there. Am I lying, Water P? The boots on the ground is out there. Ain't no green ears this month, y'all. So we got a conundrum. You got to figure it out.
Right.
All right, keep on reading, Hebrew.
Unto the self same day that ye have brought an offering
Mhm.
unto your God.
Mm-hmm.
It shall be a statute forever throughout your generation
Throughout your generation
and all your dwellings.
and all your dwelling. Now let's go to the next place. Let me get out of this. Let me get out of that. All right, let's go to Psalms 81. After this, we got one more after this, then we're gonna get into the luminary. We're gonna go deep sea dive, so to speak. Psalms 81. And a lot of this, I don't know if some of y'all got it. If you got a solar calculator on your phone, when we get into these different latitudes and longitudes, you can put these latitudes in your phone, in your little solar calendar app, and it's gonna show you exactly. See, we got it easy. Enoch them had to do they was right there at it. But we got it easy now. We can punch in the longitudes and latitudes in our phone, and it's gonna tell us everything we need to know.
That's right.
In other words, they're smarter than us.
Yeah, they way smarter than us. Yeah, we dumb. We dumb. We real dumb. We getting all our information from them.
Yeah.
Psalms 81 verses 3 and 4. Hebrew. What do it say?
Okay, verse 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon.
Hey, nah. Ain't none of y'all blowing no trumpet in no new moon, so you still transgressing the law. Now I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say you transgressing the law. Cause Yeshua quoted something out of Psalm, and he said it was law. He said, "Is it not written in your law that I have said ye are God?" But wait a minute, that's in Psalm. So Yeshua considered the son of Torah.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever ain't blowing up no new trumpet, you transgressing the law.
Mm.
I'm just saying, you're going to go hard line.
Right, right.
But go ahead and read, bro.
In the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
What?
In the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Okay.
For this was a statute for Israel.
For who?
For Israel.
Uh-huh.
And the law of God of Jacob.
So the appointed feast day, again, that solemn feast day, we already know that there's 3 feast days that fall in the middle of the month.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 that he told all males, you got to get your butt up there, and you better make sure you up there.
Don't come in, please.
Now, I'm going to tell you another little secret. Can I tell you another little secret?
Tell it.
There's only certain times of the year that the tabernacle was open to the priests and the people.
Mm-hmm.
That was on the Shabbat day and on those 3 feast days.
Mm.
Now, the day that happened, that's when the sun going through the 4 portals. Now, once again, this is another prophetic meaning that you can go read that in Ezekiel 46, but you can go read all this and find out most of the time, especially when Ezekiel was getting his visions, was during these times. When he was at the river Chebar, and he'll tell you, man, on the 15th day of the month, I was at the river Chebar, man, and man, these visions came to me. So that's another lesson about prophetic, the school of the prophets, but we'll get into that later on. Let's go to the next place. Go to Jubilees. We're going to Jubilees. Then after this, we're going to get into the luminaries. And I'm going to share the whole screen. Minimize this. We're going to pick it up right here. We're going to Jubilees 49, family. And we're going to read 1 through 3, and then we're going to read 7 through 15. Jubilees is in the Pseudepigrapha, volume 2, page 140. Now, and I'm putting this in here because I too understand the seriousness of the feast days and the seriousness of trying to get it right. It's the reason why I'm putting this in here. I understand the seriousness of trying to get it right. Again, I was talking to one of my Hebrews, and the zeal that's on these young brews, I want to say, I talked to a young sister yesterday. The zeal that's on these young people, man, I appreciate it. I really do. It does my heart good. But the young brew said, Eld, I just want to get it right. I got to get it right. I said, man, ain't nobody that's really in this thing trying to get it wrong. Ain't nobody that I know that just doing it. We ain't trying to get it wrong. And I understand the importance of getting it right, or at least trying to get it right. But I don't know nobody that's really trying to get it. Everybody that's doing it the way they actually believe that's the way Most High want them to do it. So I can't tell you what the Most High done told you. I can only show you what the Most High done showed me.
That's right.
But let's read the 49, 1 through 3, then skip down, brother.
Okay. Remember the commandment which the Lord commanded you concerning Passover, that you observe it in its time on the 14th of the first month, so that you might sacrifice it before it becomes evening, and so that you might eat it during the night.
So that's why we say in the Passover, beginning of unleavened bread, in that time between darkness and twilight going into the 15th day, that Passover got to eat. That's why he said got to eat it fast. It's got to be eaten in haste. This is where we at with the Passover unleavened bread. All right, keep reading, Hebrew.
On the evening of the 15th from the time of the sunset.
What? Time of the who?
Sunset.
I would go off on it, but I ain't. Go ahead.
For on this night, there was the beginning of the feast, and there was the beginning of joy.
So the feast began at night, and that's when the joy started.
Right.
Go ahead.
You continue eating the Passover in Egypt, and all of the powers of Master.
That's another name for the devil.
Okay. Was sent to kill all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. From the firstborn of Pharaoh to the firstborn of the captain maidservant, who was at the millstone, and to the cattle.
Right. Who better to send to murder than the first murderer? You send him to do what he do best. He killed.
That's right.
So I'm gonna send Satan down there to kill all them jokers. I'm gonna put you on your job. Go ahead.
And this is the sign which the Lord gave to them in every house, where they saw the blood of a year-old lamb upon its door, so that they would not enter into the house to kill. they would pass over so that all who were in the house
Right.
might be saved, because the sign of the blood was on his door.
Skip down, brother, to verse 7 and read 7 through 15. What do it
Okay.
say?
And you remember this day, all the days of your life,
Mm-hmm.
and observe it from the year to year,
So from year to year,
all the days of your life,
uh-huh.
once per year on
Right.
his day,
On what?
on its day.
So it's very important we try to get it right. I'm not downgrading or downplaying that at all. On this day, once a year. But what if the day keep changing? How you gonna know how to calculate?
Mm,
The 15th of 2021 ain't the 15th of 2022.
that's right.
And even if it is it in the right cycle? That's what we got to look at. Go ahead and read.
According to all of its laws,
Mm-hmm.
and you will not delay one day from his day, or from 1 month to his tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to another month.
Mm-hmm.
For it is an eternal decree,
Right.
and engraved upon a heavenly tablet
Mm-hmm.
for all of the children of Israel.
No, for everybody.
For all the children of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
that they might observe it in each and every year,
Mm-hmm.
in his day, once per year in all their generations.
There's what?
And there is no limit of days, because it is ordained forever.
So I don't care where you at, what you doing. It's very important that you try to get this day right.
That's right.
Because if you get the start off wrong, everything else is wrong. You got to start off right to get everything else right. So we're not downgrading or downplaying the importance of getting it right, because he said this is a statute ordained forever with no limits.
Yeah.
So getting it right is important. All right. Well, we're going to read some at the end of this lesson. Keep reading, brother.
And as for the man who is purified and does not come so that he might observe it on his appointed day,
Mm-hmm.
to bring a gift which is acceptable before the Lord, and to eat and to drink before the Lord on the day of his feast.
Mm-hmm.
The man who is purified and nearby shall be uprooted, because he did not bring a gift of the Lord in its appointed time.
In its appointed time. Go ahead.
The man shall lift up sin upon himself,
Upon himself. Go ahead and read, brother.
so that the children of Israel would be ones who come and observe Passover on its appointed day,
Mm-hmm.
on the 14th of the first month, between the evening from the third part of the day
Mm-hmm.
until the third part of the night.
So we talking about the twilight time once again. When it start getting dark, you need to start getting that Passover ready.
Mhm.
And before it get totally dark, you need to eat that Passover.
That's right.
He giving you specific instructions, specific calculations on how to do his holy feast days. Go ahead, brother.
Because 2 parts of the day are given for light,
Mm-hmm.
and 1/3 for evening.
There you go.
This is what the Lord commanded you, so that you might observe it between the evening.
Between the what?
Between the
The
evening.
evening of the day going out and the evening of the day coming in. At dawn. When it's dawn.
That's right.
This is how you start your year off. Go ahead, brother.
And it is not fitting to sacrifice it during any time of light.
So now I know Abraham made the covenant with Yah at night.
Mm.
He just told you it ain't right to make a covenant or doing this except in during the day.
Mm.
Mhm.
Once again, another bird down. All you gotta do is keep reading. Go ahead, brother.
Except during the time of the border of evening.
Uh-huh.
And they shall eat it during the time of evening until the third of the night.
Right.
And what is left of all this flesh from the third of the night and beyond,
Mm-hmm.
they shall burn with fire.
That's right. You
And
know
it
why?
is-
Because couldn't none of it be left over.
That's right.
Because when Yeshua got out the grave, he didn't leave nothing behind but them raggedy clothes
That's
that
it.
they put him, them death clothes they put him in.
Yes, sir.
That's the only thing they found in there. None of him was left behind.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
And it is not fitting that they shall boil it in water,
Mm.
and they shall not eat it raw, but
Mhm.
roast it in the fire,
That's right.
cook with care,
Mhm.
his head with his inner organs, and with his feet.
Right.
They shall roast it in the fire without breaking any of his bones
Another prophecy. Go ahead.
within it, because no bone of the children of Israel will be broken.
Mm.
Therefore, the Lord commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover on its appointed day. And it is not fitting to break any bones there from it, because it is the day of the feast, and it is the day of the command,
of the suggestion.
of the command.
So we got commandments. We gonna even read the stars, moon, and the sun got commandments they got to follow.
Amen.
And they cannot alter from those commandments.
That's right.
So once again, everything in this universe is set up on rules, laws, and regulations.
Yes, sir.
He even say he called it a treaty. It's signed, it's written in a book between the sun and the moon, that treaty. Can't get out of it. So they can't transgress.
That's right.
So that's why he put them up there for us, so we can have, we not to worship them, we just use them for tools.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And there is no passing over in it, one day from its day, or from month to month, because it shall be observed on the day of the feast.
Can't, hey, now this how serious the Most High talking. You can't do it on the 15th, I mean on the 13th, and then start it on the 14th. You say one day you can't pass, 1 month, you got to do it right here.
Yeah.
I'm giving you
On the
these
day
things
of
for
the
sign.
Yeah.
This is how important it was when he gave it to Moshe. This is how important it was. But then, of course, if that was the case, Yeshua wouldn't have had to been born, because he already know we were gonna mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
He knew we were gonna mess it up, but he left something here for us to understand how important it is.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And you command
No, that was it on there. That's all. No,
Uh-huh.
15. You right. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
and you command the children of Israel to observe the Passover in their days in every year,
Mm-hmm.
once per year,
All right.
on its appointed day.
Mm-hmm.
And it will come as an acceptable memorial from before the Lord. And the plague will not come to kill or to smite during that year, when they have observed the Passover in its appointed time, in all respects, according to his commandments.
All right. Let's go.
Command, brother.
Let's go back to Deuteronomy. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Let me stop sharing my screen. And let's go to Deuteronomy, because I want to read this before we get into the luminaries. Just to make sure everybody understand what we're saying, what we're not doing, because we understand the scriptures. And he gave all that stuff, that worshiping of the stars and moon and observing that. Hey man, he gave all that to the nations. He gave all that to the nations, not us.
That's why he said the heathen.
They amazed at him. That's right. They dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. We ain't dismayed them because we know what it means. We know how to rock, we know how to read. Even Benjamin used it for a GPS to find his brother.
Yeah.
We knew how to use them for tools. You know what I'm saying? We use them for tools. He told Abraham, just look at, okay, if you can count it, then that's how they're gonna be the number you'll see. He wasn't telling him to worship it. He just used it as a tool.
Yes.
Benjamin used it as a tool, as a GPS tracker to find his brother.
Yeah.
We knew how to do that.
That's why I mean, say, hey, follow that right.
Exactly.
And even when Abraham was like learning the Most High,
Yeah.
when he looked at the sun and thought it was God, he said, nah, this can't be God.
Right. Right. That's right.
He looked at it and said, nah, this can't be God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that should be the mindset of the idol worship.
Right.
You should be able to see something that's greater than the sun and the moon.
And see, that's why he said, I gave them to you for tools, but he gave the heathen that made at the size of heaven.
Yeah.
Y'all ought to know that ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just giving you something to keep my days, my years, and my months, and my seasons.
That's right.
That's why we're gonna read this Deuteronomy 4. And look, when I tripped out, I said, man, he gave them something to trip them up. They were gonna do it anyway, but he just gave it to them anyway. Right. Read this Deuteronomy 4:15 through 19, bro.
Okay. Verse 15.
Right.
Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves,
Mm-hmm.
for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spoke unto you in Horeb,
Mm-hmm.
out of the midst of the fire. Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of a male or female,
Mm-hmm.
the likeness of any beast that is on the earth,
Mm-hmm.
the likeness of any winged fowl that flies in the air,
Right.
the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the water beneath in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon, and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven, should be driven to worship them and serve them.
What? Which what?
Which the Lord thy God have divided unto all nations under the whole
You see
heaven.
that? He said, I gave that to them.
Yeah.
Y'all worship that. I gave that to the nations. They can do the astrology and you know the observing of all that stuff. Don't y'all do that.
Yeah.
That's not what that's up there for. So I wanted it because I know it's gonna be something, man. He talking about following the moon, the sun. No, we ain't doing that. We using it for what he instructed us to use it for.
That's right.
I just want to put that in there so everybody, because you're gonna have some people out there, man, T.O. that teaching to follow the moon and all that. No, I'm not. So let's get into the luminaries. Let's go to Genesis. Let's go get the mechanisms. Let's go get the mechanisms or the tools that he's given us to how to tell the different times in the seasons. Genesis 1. Genesis 1, we're going to read 1 through 5, then skip down, read 14 through 18, Hebrew.
Okay.
When you get it, go ahead and feed the people. Hold on, let me make sure. Y'all got to pull my blue letter up on verse 14. You can go ahead and start feeding the people. I'm going to pull this blue letter up real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Genesis 1, in verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form.
Tohu vavohu. Topsy-turvy. Now, if it's tohu vavohu, it's chaos. It's darkness.
That's right.
Once again, start out again with the darkness. But I ain't gonna let him slide. I'm gonna get him here change. I get he threw out some little stuff in my boy. So hey, tohu vavohu. When you tell me what that means, brother, then you come back and talk to me. But go ahead.
And darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Right.
And the spirit of God moved upon the face of the water.
Yes, sir.
And God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And evening in the morning was the first day.
And the light in the night.
And the evening in the morning was the first day.
Go, where you at?
That's it.
That was verse 4.
That was verse 5.
Verse 5, I'm sorry. Skip down to verse 14, brother. We finna get into it now, and I'm gonna stop when we get to 14 because we're gonna break down every word in 14 having to do with time.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from night. And let them be for signs.
Stop. Signs. Just look at this word signs. The word signs is H226. It's ot. And that word is a signal. That word sign is a signal. Just like the blood moon. That's a sign.
Yeah.
Something going on. Like the old people say, you better sit down and be still somewhere. He said that's a signal or a sign, a distinguishing mark, a banner, a remembrance, a miraculous sign, an omen.
Yes, sir.
Sit your butt down somewhere now. A warning, a token, an ensign. All right? An ensign, standard, miracle, or proof of something. As a flag or a beacon, a monument, omen, prodigy, or evidence. All right, let's go get the next word out of there. Read that next word, brother. For sign. Okay. And for what?
And for season.
Let's get that word moed again. So let's look at that word moed. Let's get a little bit more. It says appointed place, appointed time, meeting, appointed time general, sacred season, set feast, appointed season, appointed meeting. You better keep your appointments. Appointed place, appointed sign or signal, tent of meeting. So it's very important that we keep this in the, if you don't keep your appointment with the Most High, he gonna make you another appointment. All right. If you don't keep that appointment, he got another appointment. I ain't gonna have no choice but to keep. What's the next thing he say, bro? And for what?
And for days.
Let's look at days. Well, I ain't gonna do him like that. Forget it. We did days. I ain't gonna do him like that. And what's the next one?
And years.
And years. Now, I want to bring this out. Shawnee. So let's look at this. It says year, translated yearly, year, live, old, miscellaneous. But look at this outline of biblical usage. Year as a division of time a measure of time as indication of age, a lifetime, years of life. Year of revolution of time, a whole age, long old years. So now we got to figure out which of the luminaries is used for years and which of the luminaries is used for months. We already know the answer to that. So you can't have one without the other. I keep telling one of my brothers that and is a conjunction, not a separator.
That's right.
But he said, I gave you for days, months, years. So now we got the tools. If we doing geometry, I got the A times D equal what? I got it.
Yeah.
Because I got to have the tools first, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's get into this right here. Let's go to Sirach. Let's get out of it. Oh, did you finish that, my brother? Go on and finish that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish that out.
Going all the way down to 18.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish that out.
And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also.
He made the what?
The stars.
So they got something to do with it too, because we're going to read in Enoch. The moon followed the stars in behind these different gates and portals. So they jumping in between them and the sun. There's a reason for that, but we're going to get into that. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 17. And God said, set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth and to rule over the day and over the night and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good.
Right. That's it on that, brother. All right, let's get it. Let's go to Sirach. Let's go to Sirach the 43, man. Boy, when I read this, I almost fell out of my seat. I was telling the brood before class, man, I said, man, everything in the book, man. That's all we got to do is we got to start doing some more research, more dig.
If you don't read and use other books, like a lot of try to downplay,
Right.
you never know.
You'll never know it. But it's in there, man. When I read this, I almost fell out of my seat, man.
Yeah, like Bruce said,
Can y'all see that on the screen? Excuse me, Brian.
Go
I'm going to
ahead.
make sure
No,
the
go
people can see it. Can y'all see that on the screen? The Sirach on the thing. It ain't? Hold on.
You talking about like the check?
No, I want y'all to see the screen. Oh, I got share screen on here.
Okay, it's
Can-
popping up now.
Can y'all see it now?
Yes, yes. You got yeah, I see it.
Is Ecclesiasticus? I'm in Ecclesiasticus 43. Can y'all see that? We're going to start at the verse 5.
Yeah.
All right. So start on that verse 5, bro. Sirach 43, 5 through 8, my brother.
all right.
Look at this, y'all.
And it reads, great is the Lord that made it, and at his commandments runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of time and signs of the world.
There you go. We just talked about that. Go ahead and read.
From the moon is the sign of feast.
Of the what?
Of feast
See,
with an S.
we got to get that right. And we're going to read in the other writings, the 3 feasts that the men was told to get up there, all 3 of them dictated by this moon. He said, you better get your butt up there. Because look, I keep telling y'all, I may slide in. When you go read that Ezekiel 46, man, that's when the door of the tabernacle is open. That's when the fire, that when the sun goes into the gate, the fire that pushes the wind into his gate, the spirit of the Lord is moving. The door of the tabernacle is open.
Yes, sir.
A change is coming. That's why it's important to be at these feasts. Because guess what? Man, the Ruach moving in.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
I like that decreases in her perfection.
It do what?
Decreases in her perfection.
We're going to read about that because a lot of people say the full moon is the new moon, but we ain't going to be able to read that. Go ahead.
The month is called after her name.
The month is called after the moon's name. Now, the moon got 4 names. The sun ain't got but 2. So y'all change up. I keep telling you why I keep putting the women to the moon. Y'all got 4 different names. The moon got 4 names. Man got 2. But go ahead.
Increasingly wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above.
You see that? And we're going to read about these armies. Go ahead.
Shining in the firmament of heaven.
And shining in the firmament of heaven. But it said from the moon is the sign of the feast.
That's right.
The moon.
Yes.
That's right.
Mhm.
Nah, we finna get it. Let's get out of this real quick. Cause I want to put one more thing before we put our scuba diving suit on.
Okay.
We're gonna put our scuba diving suit on, but we gotta go to one more place before we do that. Let's go to Psalms 19, 1 through 6. Because I don't know how many people hearing used to the terminology like I am, electrician, a circuit. A circuit is a complete circuit. In electricity, this all electricity does just keeps going around the same old circuit, same old circuit, same old circuit, same old circle. And we finna read that these luminaries have a circuit that they cannot transgress.
Mm.
They cannot transgress these circuits. It's a law. It's a treaty. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. First Enoch, I ain't pull it up. First Enoch 41, because I ain't got my.
You want me to just read it out?
Yeah, read it out real quick.
It says, and I saw the storerooms of the sun and the moon from what place they come out.
All right.
What place they return.
Mm-hmm.
And their glorious return and how their travel, one festival is celebrated more than the other.
Mm.
They do not depart from their orbit,
Mhm.
neither increase or decrease it, but they keep faith with one another in accordance with the oath they set and rise.
See, see it?
Yes, sir.
The first is the sun, and he executes his course in accordance with the commandment of the Lord of spirits. His name shall persist forever and ever. After that is found both the hidden and the visible path of the moon, and the path of its orbit. It completes day by night at that place. The two will gaze directly into the glory of the Lord of spirits. They give thanks, they give praise, and they do not economize on energy, for their very essence generates new power.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yes,
And then this last verse, what we was talking about earlier, how the sinners look at it as
Right.
when the righteous say, surely the many changes of the sun have both a blessing and a curse. And the course of the moon's path is light to the righteous on the one hand and darkness to the sinners on the other.
So that just bagged up what we just got to read.
Yeah.
And what we about to read, like he said about the luminary, the circus and the orb. So how you gonna get this? If you don't get this right, I don't care how good you are, you ain't gonna get it right.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm gonna tell you, this is how it was done in the days of old before we left. You had to be a Levite, number one. You had to be two Levites that knew the times and the seasons. The Levites had to go out there and peep the new moon. You had to have two witnesses, because the book said in the mouth of two or more witnesses, everything is established. So guess what? When they went to the council, said, hey man, we saw the new moon. You know what the council turned around and did? Well, we're gonna wait another 24 hours just to make sure, and we're gonna go out there and look. Wasn't no flim-flam going on, because I can go out there and say, man, I'm gonna throw everybody out. You coming in before the council, before all them witnesses say you saw the new moon, we're gonna send somebody out there the next night, we're gonna check it out. Now, if that was the new moon, then that day was declared the new moon. But you had to have two witnesses. You got the sun and the moon, you got the harvest. We got our 2 or 3 witnesses. We're gonna rock them all the way down till we're gonna make sure we got it right.
Okay.
That's how it was done in the old days, back when we had some sense.
No flip flam.
Right, wasn't no flim-flam with nobody. But we're gonna get there. 19, Psalm 19, 1 through 6. What did it say,
All right.
Hebrew?
The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork.
Mm-hmm.
Day unto day utter speeches, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Uh-huh.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
That's right.
Their lines is going out through all the earth.
Their lines are going out through all the what?
The earth.
Now, and let me preface this before we get there. I ain't pushing the flat earth doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just telling you, now, I ain't gonna say I don't believe, I'm saying I ain't pushing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing this disclaimer out there because I can go read in Job the 3rd 8, it said the earth is pressed like a signet a seal under a signet. Now, when you see it do that, don't it go flat?
That's right.
But I'm gonna show y'all some stuff in here now.
How can you have
That-
no corner?
You got 4 corners, ends of the earth, 4 corners. Now I ain't never seen no circle, no corner. It say the ends of the earth. Circle ain't got no end. Then it say that the sun and the moon go around the earth, not what they tell you in school.
Yeah.
That you revolving, that the earth is revolving around the sun. We ain't finna read that. It don't say the earth got a circuit. It say the sun and the moon got circuits.
That's right.
I got a PowerPoint. I got a PowerPoint, but I don't want nobody say, man, they're pushing that flat every doc. I don't hear all. I'm just telling you this this understanding I got.
Right.
We gonna read script, but you can go read in Job 38. Said the earth is pressed like a seal under a sea.
That's right.
And I'm gonna tell you another lie they told you in school about the moon landing. It said there's nothing in the moon except for the light itself.
That's it.
It's and it calls it a disc. It said it's a disc and nothing exists in the moon except for the light itself. So that's another lie they telling y'all in school. If it's a disc, is a disc got any fullness to it? A disc is flat, ain't it?
Thank you.
Oh, okay. But
So how you gonna?
we gonna get a lot of stuff cleared up today.
They put the flag on that.
Yeah, right.
They walked on.
They lying.
They got the flagship up there.
But anyway, go ahead and read, Hebrew.
Okay. I'm going back to
Go ahead and read.
Talk before.
Uh-huh.
Their line is going out through all the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and their words to the end of the world.
To the end of the world. Go ahead.
In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun,
Oh.
which is as a bridegroom
Uh-huh.
coming out of his chamber.
So we're gonna get into these gates and these portals. This is when it says the sun coming out of his chamber. We're gonna look at this. This is also prophetic of Yeshua coming back, but we're gonna look at the actual sun itself coming out of these different portals and chambers. But go ahead and read.
And rejoices as a strong man to run a race.
Mm-hmm.
He's going forth is from the end of heaven,
Yeah.
in his circuit unto the ends of it.
Right.
And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof.
So the sun got the circuit, not the earth.
That's right.
So when y'all go back, go back to y'all teaching is, hey man, you lied to me. That ain't what the book say.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get it. Let's go to Jubilees. Let me put it in the room. We going to Jubilees 6. It's on page 67, y'all. We getting there. Jubilees 6. This is going a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Jubilees 6. We're gonna read 17 through 38. You get you a swig of water, brother. You don't need it. We gotta do a little reading on this one. Jubilees 6. Let me put it up in the room for my brothers. Yeah, let me get it up in the room for the people first, brother.
All right.
Let me share screen.
I'm just curious. You got First Enoch 7 on your list.
Man, I got all the Enochs in there.
Yeah.
We got all the Enochs in there. We ain't leaving nothing out.
Jubilee, what?
Jubilees 6. We're gonna read 17 through 38. Let me get it up in the room first. Yeah, we got 72, 74, 75, 78, and 79. I left some of it out because we be here all day. But from 72 in the Pseudepigrapha, from chapter 72 all the way down to 82, we're talking about the luminaries. But let me pull this back up in the room for the people, man. Jubilee, we in the one, right? No, the one on page 67.
Right.
Pull this up. Y'all let me know when y'all can see that on y'all screen.
Start at 17.
Job 30, I think it's 38 and 17. Can y'all see Jubilees on y'all screen, bro? What?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna pick it up. What was that? What page number? Page number is page 67. And we
17.
Yes, ma'am. It's in volume 2, page 67. We're gonna read, it's chapter 6. We're gonna read 17 through 38. Because look, man, Noah kept the feast. Abraham kept the feast before Israel was even a nation.
Mm-hmm.
They were keeping the feast. And this is Pentecost right here, bro. But we got to read this, get everything we want. But start them, go ahead and read, brother.
All right. Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, it is ordained and written in the heavenly tablet that they should observe the feast of Shabbat
Shavuot. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
in this month, once per year, in the order to renew the covenant in all respects, year by year.
Did y'all hear that? You ain't showing up to the feast, your covenant ain't being renewed.
Mm.
See, why you coming to the feast all jacked up? Why you ain't coming to the feast? Why you mad at the feast? See, this serious business here.
They just made at the feast.
They dismayed at the feast, man.
Mm.
Boy, y'all better get y'all getting some understanding today. All y'all excuses out the door. Go ahead.
And all of this feast was celebrated in heaven from the day of creation until the days of Noah.
So you ain't on the same accord with your brothers in heaven? When you don't show up for the Shabbat days and you don't show up for the feast days, you ain't on the same accord with your brothers in heaven.
Yes, sir.
Your father, your Messiah in heaven celebrating the feast day, you at home mad.
Man.
Cause Peggy Sue ain't speaking to you. You at home on the Shabbat day, man, cause they didn't let you do the read. But the most high and the Son and the angels up there celebrating the feast days, Shabbat day.
Yes, sir.
And they looking at you. What's wrong with little Charles down there? Man, dude lost him, man. We'll deal with him later. We gotta celebrate. They up there like that. We'll get him. All right, Lord, what you want? Okay. Go ahead, bro.
All right. 26 jubilees in 5 weeks of year.
Yes, sir.
And Noah and his children kept it for 7 jubilees.
Man, I did that math on that. They kept that jubilee, man, almost 300 something years, man. Go ahead, bro.
In 1 week of year until the day of the death of Noah.
Yes, sir.
And from the day of the death of Noah, his sons corrupted until the days of Abraham. And they ate blood.
Don't bring none of those rotten, uncooked chicken to the feast, man. Make sure all the blood, do like my brother do.
Yes, sir.
He make sure he is ready to roll when he bring it to the feast. Ain't no blood dripping out of the chicken. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring none of that stuff dripping. That you polluting the set. You polluting the feast day.
That's right. That's right.
Hamburger got blood dripping out of it, man. You polluting the feast day.
Come on now.
Tell you when you blood.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But Abraham alone kept it. And Isaac and Jacob and his sons kept it until your days. But in your days, the children of Israel forgot it until you renewed it for them on this mountain.
He talking about the day they was at Mount Sinai.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
And you command the children of Israel so that they might keep this feast in all their generations.
That's right.
As a commandment to them. It's not an instruction, it's a commandment.
Commandment, bro.
1 day per year in this month they shall celebrate the feast. For it is the feast of Shabbat.
That's right.
And it is the feast of the first fruit.
Now, what feast is called the feast of first fruit? Pentecost.
Yeah.
They doing this up in heaven because they already knew who was coming in the kingdom and who wasn't. You predestined, it's preordained.
That's right.
Man, we're going to get our brothers up here. We're going to be celebrating.
Wow.
That was the angel of the Father that doing. That's why Yeshua said, man, I ain't going to drink this no more till I drink this anew with you and my Father, King. We all going to be partying in. It's going to be celebrate. How you say it? This is a celebrate. It's going to be a show, no celebrate when that go on.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get there.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
This feast is twofold and of two natures.
What is it?
Just as it is written and engraved concerning it. Observe it. This is because I have written it in the books of the first law.
Wait a minute. The books of the first law, we going to show this is a book of the luminary. The books of the first law, all the law the same. So I thought we just read the books of the first law. Go ahead.
Which I wrote for you, that you might observe it in each of its appointed times.
See that? That is the covenant between the sun and the moon. Go ahead, brother.
1 day per year. And I have told you it is sacrificial offering so that the children of Israel might remember them and observe them in their generations. And this month, 1 day each year.
So this other part will point to Yeshua, the sacrificial law. He said it was twofold for two reasons. Go ahead, brother.
And on the first of the first month, and on the first of the fourth month, and on the first of the seventh
month, go tabernacle.
And on the first of the 10th month are the days of remembrance.
Yes, sir.
And they are the days of appointed times.
Appointed what?
Appointed times.
Better be there.
In the 4 parts of the year. They are written and inscribed for an eternal witness. And Noah ordained them for himself
Mhm.
as feasts for eternal generations,
That's right.
because they were a memorial for him.
Mm-hmm.
And on the first of the first month,
Mm-hmm.
he was told to make an ark.
Right.
And on it, the land dried up. And he opened
So that
up.
was Passover. He sent the Passover to Noah and his family.
Mhm.
So that commemorate not only Yeshua, but he passed over their sins and killed everybody else in the world.
That's right.
All right, go ahead and read.
And he opened up and saw the land.
Mm-hmm.
And on the first of the fourth month,
Mm-hmm.
the months of the deeps of the abysses, which were beneath, were shut. And on the first of the 7th month,
Mm-hmm. Tabernacle.
all of the mouths of the depths
Mm-hmm.
of the earth were open,
Go ahead,
and
brother.
the water began to go down into them.
Mm-hmm.
On the first of the month, on the first of the 10th month, the
Mm-hmm.
heads of the mountains appeared, and
That's
Noah
right.
rejoiced.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore he ordained them for himself as a feast of remembrance forever.
Mm-hmm.
And thus they are ordained.
Mm-hmm.
And they set them upon the heavenly tablet.
Go ahead, brother. Now,
Each one
slow
of
down
them-
right here. I want you to go slow down real slow for me.
Okay.
Each one of them what?
Each one of them is 13 weeks.
And now, the reason why I'm having this brother stop, because another one of the brews said, man, the Most High don't deal with the number 13. And I had to take a pause for the cause, and I said, huh? And I understand what he's saying about the 12s and everything. But here's the deal. It said each one 13 weeks. 13 times 4 is what? Somebody, I ain't real sharp. I got the students in the building. Somebody tell me what 13 times 4 is. Oh, it's 52 weeks in a year.
Uh-huh.
It's 4 seasons in a year.
That's right.
Now, well, they say, okay, T, you got me on that. Well, how many tribes is it? No, it's not.
13.
13.
You got two tribes under Joseph, got half tribe
Yes,
status.
sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Technically speaking, yeah.
So how many disciples were apostles?
13.
The Most High can do what he want to do. He can do how he want to do it. The enemy has taken from us. The enemy has taken from us, and everything that they use, we feel like we can't use it
Can't use it.
because it's evil. But who gave the information to the evil angel that they twisted? Yeshua gave it to
Yes,
him.
sir. Yes, sir.
See, they said it wasn't no 13 months, but now we're gonna read that the moon fall behind the sun 5 days every 6 months. So what? That's 10, right? Every 3 years, don't we have a leap year? Ain't that go 30 days right there? We got to make up. Every 3 years, we got to make them days up, man.
5 times 6 is 30.
Don't want to try to tell you now.
And when was
It's
it?
kind of crazy to say who created and controls everything.
I'm just admonishing my brood, man. We gotta see. We still learning.
That's
Like I
right.
said, we've been separated from our homeland, man, and our ways of our God. We know what the world used 13 for.
Mm-hmm.
We know what they use it for.
Mm-hmm.
But it's 13, 4 times 13 is 52. He divided the seasons up in 13 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He got, why did he cross the hands up on the sun? Here's the deal. Joseph was the firstborn of the woman that he loved.
Right.
And he still crossed it up and gave them half tribes. So he still got the double portion. So we still got a double portion of, Joseph got the double portion of the extra tribe that make 13 tribes.
That's
Because
right.
he gave them half tribe status. So they just go up under the banner of Joseph, but Ephraim and Manasseh really their own tribe.
Yeah.
They just going in the gate of Joseph.
What a try.
So we gotta be careful.
That's right.
And we gotta always sit back and marinate and process information. Then I said, well, Paul, he was 12. He took somebody to play, but he really 13.
Right.
Right.
That was the mystery of Paul. There go another mystery that nobody know was coming.
Yeah.
They replaced Jews.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Then Paul came.
That's what I'm saying. So there go another mystery.
Right.
See, the Most High can do what he want to do.
Nuance. It's called nuance.
Right.
So,
And I'm not trying to, I got mad love, my brother. I just didn't want to let it all I told you I don't never give all my cards when I'm dealing
pull
with
the
folks.
stitch cord out.
I ain't whipping nobody. I'm just saying I don't never give all my cards out when I'm dealing with folks because I know I be trying to see how they gonna come back.
Yeah.
So, but the 13 thing, Yeah, we know these heathens ain't used for evil, but the Most High don't.
The word for it.
See what I'm saying? But go ahead. I just wanted to bring that out. The reason why I had it highlight on my thing.
Yes, sir.
But I just want to bring it out, Hebrew.
All
Yes,
praise.
sir.
All praise.
All praise.
All right. Go ahead.
From one to another of the remembrance.
Right.
From the first to the second.
Mm-hmm.
From the second to the third.
Yes, sir.
And from the third to the fourth.
Uh-huh.
And all the days which we will be commanded.
How many?
All the days will be commanded.
What it gonna be?
Will be 52 weeks of days.
Yes, sir.
And all of them are a complete year.
A complete year.
Thus, it is engraved and ordained on the heavenly tablet,
Man, go ahead.
and there is no transgression
There's no transgression.
in a single year,
Uh-huh.
from year to year.
Now keep on reading, Hebrew.
Verse 32.
Uh-huh.
And you command the children of Israel so that they shall guard the years in this number,
Mm-hmm.
364 days,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be a complete year.
Mm-hmm.
And no one shall corrupt its appointed time from its days or from its feasts,
Mm-hmm.
because of all of the appointed time.
So the children, not the feast, gonna be corrupted. We gonna corrupt the days.
That's right.
We gonna be the one that mess everything up. Not that the sun and the moon have changed anything they done done. They've been doing what they've been doing since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
We the ones that have messed it up.
Messed it up.
Mm.
We messed this up, bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
three-
sir.
365 come from.
Right.
Thank
Well, again, the heathen.
Uh-huh.
But see, they try to make up their day. Like the Most High try to make up his day, but they putting something on there that ain't tangible. That 365.
Right.
But we gonna read what's tangible in the heavens and how he gave it to how Uriel gave it to Enoch. Enoch gave it to Methuselah. He said, "Hey," and he told Methuselah, "Write all this stuff down in books,
Yeah.
man, and give it to your brothers and your sisters." But since we've been gone and Rome and came in and ravaged all our, they got our books up under that Vatican over there,
Mm-hmm.
and we around here now. The Most High just letting the Ruach go so we can get it all back now.
That's right.
But Methuselah did what his daddy. I guarantee you, it's a book.
Yeah.
It's a book, some books. How we can go up. Okay, let's start right there. Okay, okay. Oh, new moon.
Mm-hmm.
He gave it to Methuselah, didn't he?
That's right.
Go ahead,
You
bro.
got 66, brother.
Go ahead, man.
Will arrive in them according to their testimony, and there will not pass over a day,
Mm-hmm.
and they will not corrupt the feast.
Mm-hmm.
But if they are transgressed and they do not observe them according to his commandment,
Mm-hmm.
and they will corrupt all of their fixed time,
Mm-hmm.
and the years will be moved from within this order,
Mm.
and they will transgress their ordinance,
Mm.
and all of the sons of Israel will forget.
They gonna forget them.
Man.
We didn't forget. Go ahead, bro.
And they will not find their way of the years,
Mm.
and that they will forget the new moons and appointed times
Yeah.
and Sabbath,
Mm-hmm.
and they will set up airy all the ordinance of the years.
Mm.
For I know, and henceforth I shall make you know, but not from my own heart, because the book is written before me and is ordained in heavenly tablets
That's right.
on the division of days.
The vision of days. Go ahead, brother.
Lest they forget the feast of
Mhm.
the covenant
Mm-hmm.
and walk in the feast of the Gentiles.
Thanksgiving.
Uh-oh.
We love it. We love Thanksgiving.
Mm.
We love New Year's light. We love Christmas Day. We love the 4th of July. You gonna walk in the feast of the Gentiles. Man, that stuff too hard to calculate, man. I ain't doing it.
Mm.
All we gotta do is show up on the day they tell us to show up on it when doing the Gentile stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta go up there and look at this moon and start calculating. I ain't doing it.
Mm.
But go ahead, bro.
After their errors and after their ignorance,
Mm.
and there will be those who will examine the moon
Mhm.
diligently,
That's all.
because it will corrupt the appointed times, and it will advance from year to year 10 days.
Oh, wait a minute. So how we gonna reconcile them 10 days? We finna show you.
Okay.
We gonna bring out the calculator.
Mm.
Because the earth ain't nothing but a clock. I'm gonna show you that too. The earth is nothing but a sundial. The whole earth is a sundial.
Mm.
And shout out to my brother, Tobiah. I Appreciate that, Hebrew. Finna bring it out to the people like you know, you gave it out. I'm finna show y'all something, man. Go ahead.
Therefore, the years will come to them as they corrupt and make a day of testimony a reproach, and profane days a festival. And they will mix up everything.
And we showed mixed up. Go ahead.
A holy day is profound and a profane one for a holy day.
Yeah, they're gonna give a holy day for a profane day, a profane for a holy day. Go ahead.
Because they will set airy,
All right.
the months and Sabbaths and feasts and jubilees.
That's it. That's all I need right there, bro.
Okay.
That's all I need. That's all I need on that. I want to get on into this PowerPoint.
Okay.
We finna get into something, y'all. We finna go to. Let me put this up in the room first so the people I can switch the deal for them. Go to First Enoch. We're in pseudepigrapha volume 1. Go to First Enoch 72. We're gonna read 1 through 7. I'm gonna put up a slide in the room if y'all don't mind. And somebody let me know when they can see it. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? All right. Now this brother finna read some stuff to y'all. It's gonna sound foreign at first, but we're gonna break it down. First Enoch, my brother. We're gonna read 1 through 7. Y'all keep y'all marking 72 because we're gonna read something else by a brother that I didn't even know was in the scriptures. Because I was trying to reconcile it in my brain. How I'm gonna bring this to the people that ain't got no scripture for? But I said, it's in there. You better do a word search. And sure enough, I did the word search he gave me, and it's in there in the scriptures. But go ahead and read that first, brother. Then we're gonna give it to the people.
Okay.
All right.
3.
Now you reading 1 through 8. 72, 1 through 8. You ain't gotta read that 3. Just read
Okay.
this now right there.
Okay. The book of the itinerary of the luminaries of heaven.
It's a what itinerary?
Yeah.
They got it. This it. This how y'all do every day. Don't transgress this right here. Y'all go through this cycle every day. This y'all itinerary. I'm giving y'all what to do. Don't transgress. Go ahead.
The position of each and every one in
Blow it
respect
up.
to their rank.
I got it. Hold on, Hebrew. Hold on. I need to blow it up a little bit. I got it. Let me see if I can blow it up. You know, I ain't like a water PO here. Let's see. I don't know how to blow it up, man. Y'all got to forgive me. Man, y'all know I don't know what I'm doing up here.
Should slide it at the bottom. The way you slide it down at the
Oh
bottom.
man, I done messed up and gave my whole hand away. No, I'm messing up. But anyway, y'all just have to. I tell y'all, I don't know how to blow it up. Hold on. Let me see what they do. Here it is, full screen. That is full screen.
It should be the slide at the bottom.
I can't slide it. You want to show me the slide at the bottom, bro? Because I got it full screen. That's full screen. You see that?
You go to the top.
Yeah.
So you want us to do anything because it's full.
Yeah, it's full screen now.
Go to get view over there.
I ain't got no view, man. I got the low budget computer. I ain't. Is that it?
Zoom, yeah.
There ain't no Zoom. That's it. I told you that's full I can get it.
That's it.
That's full I can get it, bro. I got the low budget computer. Y'all forgive, working with what we got. Go ahead.
In respect to their authorities and in the respects to their season. Each one according to their name.
According to their name.
According to their
Call
name.
the son name out, bro.
And their places of origin and according to their months. Which Uriel,
That's right.
the holy angel who was with me and who also is their guide, showed me, just as he showed me all their treasures and their nature of the years of the world unto eternity.
Right.
Till the new creation which abides forever is created.
So this is going to continue on until New Jerusalem. He said, this right here, this itinerary ain't gonna change. I'm giving you something you can tangible, you can use, and you can see, ain't gonna change until the New Jerusalem come down. Just don't change. Go ahead, brother.
This is the first commandment of the luminary.
The commandment of the luminary.
The sun is a luminary whose
Egress.
egress is an opening of heaven.
Bro, well, tell what the egress is. This brother deal with egresses all the time, the fire department. Tell what the egress is.
Go in and out.
So there you go. So this is how the sun go in and out. He don't change now. Keep that in mind. Go ahead.
Which is located in the direction of the east.
In what?
In direction of the east.
Oh yeah, the east. We talk about that all the time, don't we?
That's right.
Yeah, so we know that this rise in the east, it ain't gonna change. Keep reading, brother.
And whose ingress is another opening of heaven,
Mm-hmm.
located in the west.
Okay, so it sits in the west.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I saw 6 openings through which.
Wait a minute. Now I want y'all to look at this PowerPoint here. It's 6 openings. Now we gonna get to it. I'm gonna go and show my hand. The 4th opening is they call it the Great Portal, and they call it the Great Portal because that's when the year starts. The Great Portal is 6 portals, huh? Oh, that's when our year starts. In the four, when that sun come up in that 4th portal, the year about to start. The sun now the sun can come up, but if the moon ain't set and you don't see that first sliver, you still gotta wait on the moon for the month. But this the first part of the year. That's why I say it fall behind the sun 5 days every 6 months. So we getting somewhere. But I want y'all to look at this right here. You see that yellow dot on the screen? That's the sun. You see that gate that is in? I can't let me see. Let me get my glass. There we go. So that's 6. That's the 6th gate right there. That's right there when it's in the northern hemisphere. That's when the days are longer. We're gonna show y'all that about the degrees on this other PowerPoint. But you got the 5th gate, you got the 4th gate. Now that 4th gate, you see that green line, that green circle? They call it the Great Gate, the Great Portal. That's when everything is equal. Remember, I told y'all on the other lesson, it's only 2 days a year where it's 12 hours a day and 12 hours a night. You got the spring, your spring, equilux or equinox, and you got what they call, you're gonna read it in here, the autumnal. That's when the nights gonna start getting longer, but on that autumn one, it's still 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night. Then after that, the darkness start taking over. We're gonna read all this now. I'm just giving y'all, putting y'all on bones, so when we start reading, y'all can go back and remember what we're looking at.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
and as that, you go all the way out to that 1st gate, that's when in wintertime, in that 1st gate, get ready to come back around. Now this joker the sun gonna jump the 1st gate, all the way back down to the 3rd gate and get ready to come up in the 4th gate when the year get ready to start over. It's crazy. We're gonna read all this though. But go ahead and read. Did you read down to the what you call? To 8. Go ahead and read down to 8.
I saw 6 openings
Mm-hmm.
through which the sun rises, and 6 openings through which it sets.
Mm-hmm.
The moon also rises and sets through the same opening,
Mm-hmm.
and they are guided by the stars together.
Oh, so the stars are the one pulling them through. This is where y'all need to go. Y'all just follow us. Stars and the moon, the sun following the star, the moon following the sun. Just keep following us. We got you. Now we're gonna also read that the angels are the one pushing these stars, moon, and sun around.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and read.
With those whom they led,
Mm-hmm.
they are 6 in the east and 6 in the west heaven.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are arranged one after another in
Mhm.
constant order.
Mm-hmm.
There are many windows.
That what?
Many windows.
The fire gonna come out these windows. That's when the Ruach, that's when the temple is open. You go read that in Ezekiel 46. But go ahead and read.
Both to the left and the right of these openings.
Mm-hmm.
First there goes out the great light,
Mm-hmm.
whose name is the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Its roundness is like a roundness of the sky,
Right.
and it is totally filled with the light of and heat.
So once again, another bird down NASA. Y'all been lying. It's the roundness. And look, the moon and the sun. Now they say the sun is like 5 billion trillion miles away from the earth. But they say the doggone moon ain't but a couple of 100,000 miles from the earth. but they both same side. You know, I know they the same side because they total eclipse.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one on way out there,
Yeah.
one on way right here. But when they get in line, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So you see how they been lying to y'all. So what else they been lying to us about?
Everything.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They name tell you they finna come lie to you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
The chariot on which it ascends is driven by the blowing wind. The sun is set in the sky
Yeah.
in the west and returns to the northeast.
Oh, so when the sun go down, it don't go straight back east. It go northeast and
Yeah.
come up to that gate. So you can't see it up under the foundation. See, that's another reason why I know they say the world ain't flat. But if something have foundation, if the earth got foundation, it's sitting on something.
That's right.
But he going the sun going down in the west, but then to go back, it go this way, northeast. Then get back to the other gate, then it come back up.
Mm.
We reading that, then we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go ahead, brother.
In order to go to the east, it is guided so that it shall reach the eastern gate and shine in the face of the sky. In this matter, it rises in the first month.
In the what month?
First month.
Through the what?
Through the major gate.
Which is what?
It processed through this gate, which is the fourth among
They call the
those
fourth
six.
gate, the great gate.
Yep.
Nah, keep reading, and we gonna go to this other PowerPoint. I'm finna show
Among
y'all
those
one.
6 openings, which are located in the direction of the east. By this fourth gate, through which the sun rises during the first month, there are 12 opening windows from which a flame flows when they are open at the appropriate time.
That's representative of the Ruach. But this flame that's pushing this sun on this course, and these stars is guiding the sun on the course. That's the same time. That's why you say in the new moons, in the Sabbath day, new moon, you blow the trumpet, because that's when the doors of the tabernacle. See, the gate to the tabernacle, you had the gate on the outside, right? They open their gate, they open the door to the holy place, and they open the door to the most holy place. Man, that's the day that the tabernacle was wide open for everybody to come to the gate of the tabernacle and the priest to go in, man. This is when these gates is open. This is what's happening here on earth. It ain't nothing but a sundial. I keep telling you, everything nothing but a sundial. I'm gonna show it to you. Go ahead.
When the sun rises in the east in the sky, it goes out through this fourth gate for 30 mornings.
For how many mornings?
30 mornings.
Some mornings 30, some of them 29.
And descends faithfully through the fourth gate in the western sky.
Okay, where you at, brother?
That's 9.
No, I want you to stop right there. We coming back to that. We coming back to that. Now I'm gonna show y'all something. We gonna read. Go to. Well, let me stop. I don't want to get my hand too quick.
Okay.
Let me get this out of here. All right, go to. We finna go to. I'm gonna stop sharing for a quick minute, y'all. Well, I ain't gonna stop sharing because I don't want to mess this up. Go to pseudo picker for volume 2 and go to page 837. We finna find out when the fourth gate is open. This is the fragments of Aristobulus. Page volume 2, page 837. This blew my mind right here. I don't know about y'all, but it blew my mind. This is what I'm finna show y'all. And this young Bruce showed me how to calculate and put it on paper. Yes, sir. We gonna read, and we finna read that this was one of the TJ. This was one of the 72 elders that translated the scriptures during the time of Ptolemy at the Library of Alexandria. He was with Eleazar. This brother right here. But go ahead and read, brother.
Okay.
When you get it, start at the top. Yep.
All right. And this is not our own reckoning, but it was known to the Jews long ago, even before Christ, and it was carefully observed by them. One can learn it from what is said by Philo.
Go ahead.
Josephus.
Yep.
And
where you at? Cause I ain't got it pulled up.
Mosaic.
Yeah, Mosaic. Go ahead.
And not only by these, but also by both of the
Agatha Bowley.
who are still more ancient surname their teachers.
Uh-huh.
One can learn it also from what is said by the excellent
Aristobulus.
who was enrolled among the 70.
Who was rolled among the who?
70.
So he helped write the Septuagint. This brother we reading, this fragment we reading from. The original Bible that had the Apocrypha in it, this was one of the brothers that translated this stuff. He was with the 70 at the Library of Alexandria. Some more history for you, but go ahead and read.
Who translated the sacred and divine scriptures of the Hebrew for Ptolemy,
Philadelphia's. That's right. You said it right.
Ptolemy Philadelphus, and his father, and who dedicated
The exegetical.
books of the law of Moses to the same king.
No, but there's a study called exegesis. There's a study called exegesis, breaking down the scriptures. A lot of our oral tradition is based on this right here, and that's how you go into the oral tradition. You'll read a lot of this. These scribes and these sages would break down and give their opinions on the scripture, but then they would go back and they would have to agree on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what these 70 was doing. When they just like King James did, all he did was copy what Ptolemy did. All King James did was find 70 dudes. They locked each one of them up in a separate room. You write out the books of the law. You write out the books of the law. They brought them all back up. They compared it. Everybody and see. Look, that's another thing. Everybody had the same thing written down. That was the spirit.
That's right.
They brought all of them back out when they got through. Like, hey, how y'all do that? They was all locked up in a different room. And all 70 came out with the same thing.
66 books.
Yeah, no. 66 book. You heard me guys saying, yeah, no. They were 66. Go ahead, bro.
When these writers explain questions concerning the Exodus, they say that it is necessary that all alike sacrifice the Passover after the vernal.
Wait a minute. That's in the scriptures, the vernal equinox.
Hello.
Now we got something to go on.
Yeah.
Now we big dummies here in 2022. Now we got something to go on now. We can't read and start like our ancient forefathers. Now, but we know we got all kind of technology. We can figure out when the vernal equinox is. We got something to go on now, y'all. But go ahead and read, bro.
In the middle of the first month.
In the middle of who?
First month.
In the middle of the first month. Go ahead.
And this occurs when the sun passes through the first sector of the solar.
So now we know the first sector of the solar is that great gate, the fourth gate.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Or as some of them call it, the zodiacal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they gonna call it that. They gonna call it that. Go ahead.
And
Aristobulus.
as that on the feast of the Passover, a necessity, not only the sun would be passing through an equinoctial sector, but the moon also.
Oh, so the moon, you got to have the sun pass through the equinox, and the moon got to pass through the equinox.
Wow.
Go ahead.
For since there are two equinoctial sections, the vernal and the autumnal, and since there are diametrically opposite one another.
So you got the vernal equinox, you got the autumnal equinox, they diametrically opposite each other. One happens in the positive time of the year, one happens in the negative time of the year. Because these are the only 2 days that you got 12 hours a day and 12 hours a night. That's what I was trying to tell my brother. I didn't go in no detail, but like I say, I figure everybody know what I know. I know I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer. You see what I'm saying? I know where my limits at. My real, you brilliant. Somebody tell me because I don't feel like I feel like, man, hey, it's just what if I know this, everybody know it. That's where I feel. And I'm saying that in all humbleness. I don't feel like that. Go ahead, bro.
You just like Paul.
Yeah, man.
And since the day of the Passover was assigned to the 14th of the month.
What? Go ahead.
At the evening.
After what?
Evening.
Oh, okay. There you go again, brother. Go ahead.
The moon would stand in the position opposite and over against the sun.
Right.
Just as one can see it at the season of full moon.
See, that's signs you when you go out in the daytime in the sun now, you can still see the moon. This is when it's starting to take place. These times, like, see, he give you all the little stuff, you know what I'm saying? But there's stuff we didn't lost. We done lost this stuff, man.
So when you look up there and now you know what's going on.
Now you can look up. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. These are the things that we done lost,
Wow.
and the Most High releasing it back too. But go ahead. But you can't be scared to go and eat other food. Yeah. Go ahead.
What? The animals still got that.
Yeah, they got it. Because I didn't read it, but it say they come out at night and then they go back in the daytime. Well, now, see, I ain't mean to bring that back up. It's in the scriptures in the Psalms, man, about the animals coming out at night and then going back in the day.
Yeah, because that's what they do most of the hunters.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, y'all playing. Go ahead, man. Go ahead,
I
bro.
ain't said nothing.
Their jobs, because if they ain't gonna help keep people lost, and that's their role.
Mm-hmm.
Keep people lost, and then even with this coming out and showing it for the ones like even I'm gonna have to circle back around, but everybody's playing their role.
Yeah.
Keeping them lost.
Yeah, that's what they want us to throw it off.
That's right.
So we won't see. Look, man, if you line up with this and that spirit come out and you align yourself to be receiving of that, boy, you want to talk about some moving and shaking then. In the spirit realm, you'll see some stuff then. But we got to get lined back up.
Like you say, it's crafty counsel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. But go ahead, Hebrew.
So the sun will be in the sector of the vernal equinox, and the other, the moon, of necessity, will be in the sector of the autonomous equinox.
So I want to show y'all this on the screen real quick. So we know that the great gate is the fourth gate, correct? We read that. We're going to go back and read it again. So this is where he goes. It goes from the fourth gate to the fifth gate to the sixth gate. It goes double back. And we're going to read this when we get down there 72. Some more. It doubles back through the sixth gate. I don't know if y'all can see this. Anybody got their... Okay. All right. So then it goes to the fifth gate, to the fourth gate again. Then it starts transgressing. It goes 3, 2, 1. It doubles back and hit the first gate again, 2. Then third gate. So what are you telling us, T? So this is how you calculate the equinoxes or the equinoxes. So you got 12 passes through the gate. So you take the sum, and again, shout out to Tobiah. You take the sum of the seasonal gate sequence, 4 through, all the way around, back around. So it's 12 of them. So when you add this up, it comes up to be 42. Now that's 42 degrees latitude. That's right. Yeah, latitude, 40 degrees, 42 degrees latitude. During this time, it's getting close to the vernal equinox. Now you cannot, if you got a solar calculator on your phone, you can't get the equinox at 42 degrees. So what do? The gate that it passes to twice before it starts to change seasons, you take that and you add that to the 42. We're going to get down to that in a minute. All right. The sum of the seasonal gate sequence is divided by the number of gate passes, which is what? 12. All right. Because you got 12 gates, so you got 12 gate passes, right? First gate, all the way down back to the fourth gate. So that's 3.5. That 3.5 is very, very important. Then you take the I told you about adding that largest gate number, which that gives you 48. So this is how you get the degrees. And if you get a solar calculator, anybody that get it that has it on there, get that app, you can do this on your app. To get the degrees of the equinoxes, you take 48 divided by 3. Why 3? Because 3 right here at the top is right when we get ready to go to the first equinox, or we about to have the changing of the year at the top right here. So you take that divided by 3, right? Come up with 16. You take that 3.5 when you divided the seasonal gate sequences, you add that, you got 19 and a half. And I guarantee you, if you get a solar calculator, you put 19.5 degrees, that's when the first day of the year or the first night of the moon gonna start. Right there. And that starts in the spring. Now I asked my brothers, y'all go out there and look on the tree. I don't see nothing budding yet. You see anything budding yet?
We got a problem.
We got a problem.
And it ain't from
So I hear a lot of people say they doing Passover here in a couple of days.
Nothing on the tree.
So where you gonna get your green ears of corn from?
Eating the grass, Brian.
That's what I'm saying.
You try to go by Jerusalem, ain't none over there.
Ain't none over there either. So we got there your 19 and a half degrees going back to this fourth gate, going into the now. By the time it gets to the sixth gate, that's your maxi lux. 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night. We're gonna read this in the scripture. I'm just showing y'all now because I got it all mapped up. Now that 48 divided by 4, why by 4? Because this is when it's starting to change again down here, correct?
Right.
So now you go into your negative degrees, you got negative 12. So there you, so if you put this in the solar calculator, 19 and a half, then you got negative 12. Now you get your maxi lux of negative 4. This is when the seasons are 12 hours of light, 12 hours a day. But guess what? The nights finna start getting longer. That's why it's in the negative. The nights get longer, don't they?
Right.
All the way down to when? December 25th when it start getting light again.
Very critical.
I'm just telling you, this is how they doing it, but they doing it with evil.
Right.
He just giving this to us so we can calculate the feast day.
Right.
So you got those 13 weeks right there: spring, summer, winter, and autumn. That's them 4 seasons, 13 weeks apiece. 13 weeks is 50. I mean, ain't that right?
Yeah,
52, ain't it? All right. So this is how you calculate your equiluxes. And then, like I say, you get you a solar calendar, a solar calculator. I'm sorry, the app is on. Anybody can get it on their app on their phone. You can calculate this stuff yourself, easy. Because the brother showed me on the thing. You can do it. It can be done easily. All right. But guess what? It starts at Jerusalem. It starts at Jerusalem. All right. Let's go to the next place. Where we at, bro?
Jubilees.
We going back to Jubilees? Is that where we're going? Okay. Let's go to Jubilees. Let me flip back over. I'm still sharing my screen. This is where I want to be. Yeah. We're going to Jubilees, y'all. We're going to Jubilees 29.
Page 112.
Page 112 in the pseudo number 2. And we're going to read 16, there's 2 verses, 16 and 17. And I want to show y'all something at the bottom of this. Because look, even Jacob knew about what we call the intercalary days. Watch this. Read that 16 and 17. Start at and yeah.
And he also sent to his mother Rebekah 4 times per year between the appointed time of the months and between
the appointed time. Between the appointed time. Not at the appointed time.
Yep.
Between the appointed time.
Right.
There's some times between the appointed time. Right. And we're going to drop down to the bottom of the page. We're going to find out what they call. Go ahead and read.
Of the months in between plowing and reaping.
Why do you keep going around the harvest? You got to have these harvest days in there. Go ahead.
In between fall and the rainy season. In between winter and spring. So to the Tower of Abraham.
All right, that's all I wanted on that. Okay. But I wanted to show y'all between the time. And y'all see that letter D beside between the time? Appointed times, I'm sorry, between the appointed time. Y'all see that little D sitting out beside? Let's scroll down the bottom screen and see what it says. These are probably the 4 feasts established by Noah in Jubilees 6, 23 through 32, which we read. There are 12 months of 30 days plus 4 intercalary days, which provide a year of 364 days. So he said he did this between the feast days and between the plowing seasons. And they call it the intercalary day. Y'all see that on the screen? I want to make sure y'all seen that. So y'all don't think I'm just making up something.
All right.
All right. So let's go to the next place. Let's go back to First Enoch 72. We're going to read this on out. We're going to read 8 through 23. Then we're going to read 33 through 37. Okay. And I'm going to pull up, I already pulled up slide 2 while you're reading that, bro. I'm going to pull up the other slide. I want y'all to see this one too. Current slide. Now, this slide right here, I got the slide, the first slide we saw with the gates and everything, but I want to show y'all how this ancient concept of the universe is. And y'all see the equinox, the winter solstice, summer solstice, all that on there. And then you got these gates over here, the gates of the sun, the stars, the winds. You got the gates of the winds over here. You got everything centered around Jerusalem. Can y'all see that water? Can you see that up there? All right, I just want to make sure y'all see it. But you see these gates, and you see how the sun and the moon are traveling through these gates. And you can see on this right here, they got the equinox and that 4th gate, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that sun going through that 4th gate. It's a great illustration that I found. So this is just an ancient concept of the universe and how everything is looking. But once again, I don't want nobody to say I'm pushing the flat earth, doctor. It's just my understanding of everything.
Right.
You believe what you want to believe. All right. But this is just a concept of what's going on in the heavens. What's going on. You see what I'm saying? Now put this other one beside it. You can see it from a downward view as you're looking down on these different gates and whatnot. All right. Now go ahead and pick it up at the 8, brother. Go and read.
All right. When the sun rises in the east
Mm-hmm.
in the sky, it goes out through this fourth gate
Mm-hmm.
for 30 mornings and descends faithfully through the fourth gate
Mm-hmm.
in the western sky.
Mm-hmm.
During those 30 days, the day daily becomes longer.
You done what?
Becomes longer.
Now we just saw it in that slide before about the equinoxes and whatnot. Go
That's
ahead.
Right. And the nightly shorter
Mhm.
for 30 days. On that day, the day is longer than the night by 1 night.
Mm-hmm.
So the day turns out to be exactly 10 parts and the night to be 8 parts.
Go ahead, brother.
The sun rises from that fourth eastern gate and sets in the fourth western.
Yes, sir.
And then it turns and comes into the fifth gate
Right.
of the east for 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
through which it rises and sets in the fifth gate.
Right.
At that time, the day further becomes longer and becomes 11 parts. And the
Right.
night shortens and becomes 7 parts
Mm-hmm.
on account of the sun.
Right.
It then returns to the east and comes into the sixth gate,
Mm-hmm.
rising and setting through the sixth gate for 31 days.
For how many days?
31
So
days.
now we got an imbalance right there. Go
Yeah.
ahead and read.
According to the principle of the gate, on the day the day becomes longer than the night, still further, so the day becomes 12 parts, and the night shortens and becomes 6 parts.
Mm-hmm.
Then the sun is raised in such a way that its duration shortens and night occurs. The sun returns to the east and enters the sixth gate.
See, now it's going back to the sixth gate twice.
Sure.
We just showed that on that slide before. Matter of fact, we just showed that right here. See that double 6 right there? It goes through the sixth gate, transgress, then it comes right back through the sixth gate again. And the day's starting to get shorter now.
Yeah.
We just showed that, but go ahead, bro.
Rising and setting through is 40 for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
When the 30 days are completed, the day decreases exactly by 1 part.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes 11 parts, and the night 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then the sun, leaving the west by the sixth gate and going to the east, rises through the fifth gate for 30 mornings.
So now we back on this side. We back on this side. We getting down to the fifth gate, getting back down to the fourth gate. Now things finna start changing for the night to be longer. Go ahead, brother.
And sets again in the fifth gate in the west.
Mm-hmm.
On that day, the day decreases by 2 parts. So the day becomes 10 parts and the night 8 parts.
Mm-hmm.
Then the sun, departing from that fifth gate and setting in the fifth gate in the west, rises in the fourth gate for 31 days,
Mm-hmm.
according to the principle of the gate.
Right.
And it sets in the west on that day.
Where you at?
Right here.
Okay, go ahead.
On that day is aligned with the night,
It's on that day is aligned with the night and what?
so that they become equal.
There go the autonomous equinox. Now we back to the middle of the year or the end, getting close to the end, because now the day and night equal again. We just showed that, did we not? Go ahead and read.
So the night becomes 9 parts and the day 9 parts.
Mm-hmm.
The sun, departing from the gate and setting in the west, returns to the east and comes out through the third gate, 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
and sets in the third gate in the west.
Mm-hmm.
On that day, the night becomes longer than the day.
The night becomes longer than the day. That's what we at now.
Yep.
Go ahead and read. When you get to 23, bro, I want you to skip down to 33. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It becomes longer than the previous night,
Mm-hmm.
and the day becomes shorter than the previous day for 30 days. So the night turns out to be exactly 10 parts, and the day to be 8 parts.
Mm.
Then the sun, departing from that third gate in the west and
Mhm.
returning to the east, comes out through the second gate in the east for 30 days. And in the same manner, it sets through the second gate in the western sky.
All right, now skip down to verse 33
Okay.
and read 33 through 37.
Okay. The length of the days and the nights, as well as the shortness of the day and the night, are determined by the course of the circuit of the sun,
Of the circuit of the sun. Continue to read.
and distinguished by it. The circuit becomes longer or shorter day by day and night by night, respectively. Thus, this is the order for the course of the movement and the settlement of the sun.
Right.
The great luminary, which is called the sun, for the duration of the years, in years with an S on it,
So the sun is for the years. The moon is for the months. Go ahead.
of the universe, in respect to its going in and coming out.
Right.
It is that very luminary which manifests itself in the appearance as God has commanded that it shall come out and go in this manner. And neither does it diminish in respect to its brightness, nor take rest, but continue to run day and night.
That's it. That's all I need on that.
Okay.
That's all I need on that. Let's go to the next spot. Let's go to Enoch 74. Go to Enoch 74. In Enoch 74, yeah, we're going to go to this slide right here. Go to Enoch 74. We're going to read 1 through 17, y'all. It's on page 53 of the pseudo. Go to Enoch 74. What do it say, Hebrew?
Furthermore, I saw another system of rotation with its own regulation, whereby the system fulfills its monthly course of movement. All these things, including their fixed position, Uriel, the holy angel who is guide of all of them, showed to me, and I wrote down their fixed positions as he showed them to me, and I wrote down their months as they were, as well as their variable aspects of their illumination.
So he's telling you the sun had a situation. Now he's giving you the situation or the demonstration of the moon. And the sun was constant, but the moon had variables too. Go ahead and read.
Their illuminations until their completion of 15 days.
So it's talking about the moon coming in to be full in 15 days. Go ahead and read.
The moon wanes in 15 steps during a period of 15 days and waxes in 14 steps in the east and the west, respectively.
Go ahead.
In certain designated months, it alters its westerly setting, and in certain designation month, it fulfills its unusual course of movement.
So it's telling you that the moon it'll change up on you. The moon has got a thing where it'll change up in certain months. The moon will change. It's letting you know that, and that's where you get these days that you got to make up. Because the moon will change its course on you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
For 2 months, the moon sets with the sun.
Yeah.
And uses those two middle opens.
The two middle opens is what? The 4 and the 5.
Which are the third and the
third.
Fourth gate.
3rd and 4. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It comes out for 7 days and completes a circuit as it returns again to the gate through which the sun rises. In this manner, it waxes and recedes from the sun, entering the 6th gate through which the sun rises in 8 days. When the sun rises through the 4th gate, the moon comes out for 7 days until it starts coming out through the 5th. It then turns back toward the 4th gate in 7 days.
You see that it came out through the 5th, but then the moon go back through the 4th gate, turn around.
Waxing as it recedes and enters in the 1st gate in 8 days. Then again, it returns to the 4th gate through which the sun rises in 7 days. This is how I saw their fixed positions, how the moon rises and shines when the sun sets in those days. If 5 years are combined, the sun gains 30 extra days.
See, there it is right there. That's what I was trying to get to. 5 years, you got 30 extra days. So what you gonna do with that? How you gonna reconcile that if you ain't? See, we say leap year, dog. That's white man. They say leap year, we say intercalendar or espionagical, however you say it, and then say I can't pronounce it. But I don't care if you call it leap year, intercalary days, eschatological days. Just like I don't care if you say Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh, I know who you talking about, man.
Mhm.
I know who you talking about. Go ahead, brother.
Consequently, one of those 5 years gained, and when it is completed, it turns out to be 364 days.
How you gonna have 338 days, but then you gonna have 364 days? You gotta throw them 30 days in there somewhere. You gotta throw them in at the end, man.
Mm,
You still gotta throw them in the end. They just ain't counting.
yeah.
Go ahead.
The gain of the sun and of the stars turn out to be 6 days in 5 years. 6 days every year add up to 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And the moon falls behind the sun and the stars for 30 days.
See, there it is right there. Go ahead.
They bring about all the years punctuality,
Mm-hmm.
so that they forever neither gain upon nor fall behind their fixed position for a single day.
So even though it says it's falling behind, that's the way it's supposed to do.
Mm,
That's the way the moon's supposed to do, to keep everything right, to keep the seasons right, to keep the feast days right. The moon know what it got to do. It's in a circle, and it gonna, if it's going back and forth and following the sun and riding with the sun, that's what the moon supposed to do. But it's still falling behind 30 days every 5 years that you got to make up. You got to insert that. I don't care if you call it intercalary days, the second Adar. Somebody pronounce this word for me at the bottom there, because I want to get it right. EPAGOM. How you pronounce it? I know we got teachers and educators, got college students in everything.
I don't have that in my book. It's constant
It's spelled EPAGOMENAL.
Yeah, one of y'all big wigs coming, big brains coming through.
You can't remember.
So that's what the book called. And you gonna read that in First Enoch 82. That's what it called. I can't pronounce it. I just barely made it out of high school. But anyway, I don't care what you call them. Them days got to be made up somewhere.
that's right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if this was this time last year, we was at the feast.
Mm.
This time last year, but I'm looking outside. I'm looking at them naked trees out there.
Yeah.
I don't see no bees flying around.
Nope.
I don't see nothing.
Don't fly.
I saw my first wasp yesterday when I left work, and it was on the ground about to freeze to death because it came out too early.
Yeah.
I stepped on it. Bye. So we got a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Mm.
We got to reconcile these days.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We ain't got no green ears to make no unleavened cakes either.
But they convert the year with pontificiously.
They mean they punctual.
Justice.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just. Go ahead.
Into 364 days. In 3 years, there are 1,092 days, and in 5 years, 1,820 days.
Y'all see, I got it on the screen for y'all. Go ahead.
So that in 8 years, there are 2,912 days for the moon singly.
What is
In
it?
3 years, its days add up to 1,030 days.
Go ahead.
So that it falls behind by 62 days in 3 years.
See, there you go. So what you gonna do with that?
Mm.
Go ahead. You got to do something with that. Go
In
ahead.
5 years, they add up to 1,870 days. So that it falls behind by 50 days in 5 years. Thus it is for the moon. In 8 years, the days add up to 2,832 days, so that it falls behind by 8 days in 8 years.
There you go, right there. We got it right there on the screen. Y'all see it up there.
In this way, the years are complete with precision, in accordance with their
With
fixed-
what? With precision.
with
How is precision is falling behind? Because that's the set circuit.
Mm,
I don't care what you call it. The Lord know what He's doing.
that's right.
Go ahead.
In accordance with their fixed position in the universe and the fixed stations of the suns which shine. The gate through which the sun rises and sets for 30 days.
So now, y'all see that on the screen? Y'all want me to lead this up? I want to take it down. I want to get, but I can read along with my brother. But y'all got this. Anybody want this? I'll send it to you. Y'all know I'll send you whatever, you know. I ain't trying to hoard nothing, no information. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's go to Enoch 75 on page 54. All right.
Same page. Right.
Same. We're going to Enoch 75. Let me get there. Enoch 75. And we're gonna read verses 1 through 4. Can y'all see 75 on y'all screen? You still can see it. And see, y'all can see where I got that graph there right down below on 70 on this page right there. That same graph I did with copy and paste. And I put some extra words from 82 in there. Y'all see that at the bottom of the screen? Can you see that water? You see? You see?
Now you can hit that view. You can hit that view now and blow it up a little bit.
Yeah, let me hit the view.
Can y'all see it?
Hold on. I'm blowing it up. It's getting blowed up. Y'all see it blowing up?
Yeah. See, also change the, what's not so we know what books we use.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on.
Hey, G Boogie, when you blowing it up, so it's 364 days a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Jubilee calendar, it say the same thing.
See,
Calendar.
you gonna have the Jubilee calendar, the Enoch calendar, the Zadok calendar. You gonna have all these calendars, but you got to be able to still reconcile them things. Now, look, a blind dog gonna find a bone every now and again.
No, I'm saying it say the same.
That's what I'm saying. It's saying the same thing, but some years is off. We can't go by. We got to go by this right here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Some of them calendars gonna hit every now and again.
No, what I'm saying, the Jubilee calendar same every year.
But see, that's what I'm saying. The Jubilee calendar has missed. They just proved the Jubilee calendar missed. See, I was gonna put it up there, but then they said, dudes, man, you know, they missed a couple of years on that too.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I didn't put it up here.
Yeah.
If they trying to go by the Jubilee, but they still missing them days. Them days that they being counted.
Where they added 21 days to each year.
See, they add 21 days, but you can't add 21 years. You got to add 10 days each year. You see what I'm saying? According to the script.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm saying sometimes they miss.
Yeah.
Let me go down and change this for the people. We at 75, right?
Right.
There we go, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Let me get back in the mode here. All right, go ahead and pick up at the 75. Read 1 through 4, bro. What do it say?
Okay. The leaders of the chiefs of the thousands, which are appointed over the whole creation and upon all the stars, are counted together with the 4 leaders of the season.
Mhm.
They do not leave from their fixed stations.
The 4 leaders of the season. So we just proved we got 4 seasons. Because you got a lot of people in Israel ain't but 2 seasons, man. They ain't what Enoch see. No, we just read that, then.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
According to the reckoning of the year,
Mhm.
and they render service on the 4 days which are not counted in the reckoning of the year.
The 4 days. So there you go again. Go ahead, bro. Them days ain't counted, but you got to add them in there to get the seasons right, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
On this account, people err in them,
Mm-hmm.
for those luminaries
Scrupulously.
scrupulously render service to the fixed position in the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
One in the first gate of heaven, one in the third,
Mm-hmm.
one in the fourth, and one in the fifth,
Mm-hmm.
and one in the sixth.
Mm-hmm.
In this manner, the year is complete scrupulously in 364 fixed stations
That's right.
of the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
Thus the signs, the duration of time, the years, and the days were shown to me by the angel Uriel,
Right.
whom the Lord God of eternal glory has appointed over all the luminaries of
That's
heaven,
right. That's right.
both in heaven and the world, in order that they, the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the created objects which circulate in all the chariots of heaven,
So we just went back to Genesis 1 and 14. Go ahead, brother.
should rule in the face of the sky and be seen on the earth to be guide for the day and the night.
No, just the day. For the day and the night, man.
Yes, sir.
We got Genesis 1 and 14 all day long.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Likewise, Uriel showed me 12 wide openings in the sky
Mm-hmm.
along the course of the chariots of the sun, from which the rays of the suns break out and from which heat is diffused upon the
That's
earth.
good enough. That's all I want, bro. That's all I want on that. Let's go to Enoch 78. Let me change it on the screen. Let me change it on the screen for my brothers and sisters. Let's get down to Enoch 78. And we're going to read 1 through 17. That's on page 56. We getting there.
All right.
We put it back up, brother. Enoch 78. Let's look what 78 say. Go ahead and read.
These are the names of the sun.
Okay, what is it?
The first,
Rahaz,
and the second
Tomas.
Thomas. The moon has 4
The
names.
moon, sun got 2 names. The moon got 4 names. What is it?
His first name is
Asinya,
Asinya, his second
Abla,
Abla, the third
Benes,
Benes, and the fourth.
Era.
There are 2 great luminaries. The roundness is like the roundness of the sky.
So both of them the same size. The 2 great luminaries, their roundness is like the roundness of the sky. Go ahead.
And the magnitude of their roundness is equivalent for both.
Now the sun and the moon the same size. So don't believe what you heard. You better get in His word. Them jokers that they don't know what the Most High know. They trying to fool us every chance they get. Because they got some letters behind their name. They think they somebody. Go ahead.
There are 7 more portions of light that move in the sun's sphere
Mm-hmm.
than in the moon, and it increases in measure until 70 portions of the sun are completed.
Mm-hmm.
The moon comes in and goes out by the western open
Right.
in circles via the northeast and rises through the eastern open up on the face of the earth.
Go ahead, brother.
When the moon begins its cycle, it appears in the sky 1/2 of the 7 parts.
So when the moon begins its cycle, and you look up there, you don't see no moon, you gonna know when the cycle starts. Right there in that bottom right-hand corner, you're gonna see that little slip. So now another bird down to those who say the full moon is the new moon. Well, I can't read that. Go ahead.
It will become fully illuminate
And when?
from the 14th day.
Oh, so now we back to the 14th day of Passover. It's fully illuminated, and then it comes into this full on what? Go ahead.
And it completes illumination the 15th, becoming fulfilled.
That go to the middle of the month.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is read the scripture. Don't believe what them jokers be telling you, man. Go ahead.
Becoming fulfilled according to the sign of the year,
Yeah.
becoming 15 parts.
Mm-hmm.
Thus the moon waxes in 15 parts.
So the moon waxes in 15 or grows great in 15 part. What?
And it's waning.
It's waning.
The moon decreases on the first day to 14 parts.
So now it's
of its
starting to
light.
grow dim. Now we
Mm.
getting to the end of the month and you finish start all this cycle all over again. Go ahead. We ain't gonna read all this. I'm just let them read enough so y'all understand what he's saying. Go ahead, bro.
On the second day, it decreases to 13 parts
Mhm.
of light. On the third, the 12 parts.
Hold on for that.
Go ahead.
He said the day.
Yeah, the day. They're talking about the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the day part of the moon, but I ain't finna go there.
Okay.
Look, man, sit down somewhere. It's over with. You got a leg to stand on. Just sit down, bro. Go ahead, bro.
On the fourth, the 11 parts.
All right, that's enough on there. I want to get down to the heart of the matter. Skip down, brother. Skip down to verse number 9.
Okay.
Yeah, skip down to verse number 9. What did it say?
In certain fixed months, the moon completes its cycle every 29 days.
Wait a minute, the sun 30 days and 31 days, the moon 29. So
Yeah.
now I know how we get them days is off. Go ahead.
In certain others, every 28.
See, there you go. There you go.
Hmm.
So what you gonna do with them days? We just read about it in chapter 4. Go ahead.
Then Uriel showed me another order concerning when the light is beamed into the moon, from which direction of the bright sun it is beamed. During all the seasons, when the moon is made to run its cycle, the light is being beamed into it. The moon facing the sun until the illumination of the moon is completed in the course of 14 days.
Of course, of 14 days. Skip down, bro. I'm trying to hurry up.
Okay.
Skip down to verse 15. Now, here we go, right here.
The moon coordinates in respect to its days and seasons.
Y'all can go back and read all this on your own, but go ahead and read, bro.
For 3 months, divisions.
For how many 3 month division?
For 3 months.
That them 13 weeks again each season. 4 times 13. Y'all know what they equal up to. We already did that, man. Go ahead.
In the course of its recession, it makes 3 months each in 30 days, and 3 months each in 29 days during this season. It makes its recessions in the first period, starting in the first gate, in 170 days, 77 days in its course of its progressions. It appears 3 months each in 30 days and 3 months each in 29 days. By night it appears like a man.
It appears like a what?
Like a man.
Full face. Go ahead.
And by day it appears like the sky. But there is no other thing in it except its light.
Another lie. I told you, NASA told y'all, ain't nobody land the moon. He said, ain't nothing inside the moon except this light.
That's right.
So how you land on the moon? A flat dish. Ain't nothing but light. Stop lying, man. Once again, they just lied to us again. Now, hey, that's it on that, ain't it, bro? Verse 6. Verse 17?
That's it.
All right, let's go to Enoch 79. We got 6 verses here, then we're going to be back in the scripts.
Okay.
We getting down toward the end, y'all. Y'all just hang with us. I want to make sure we deal with it thoroughly. We got to be thorough when we're dealing stuff like this because, you know, a lot of people have, you know, different issues, contentions, or just questions about how we keeping the feast day. 79, bro. Read that 1 through 6. What it say?
Okay. Thus now, my son.
Now he making conclusion of the astronomical laws now, and he gonna tell you again what's really going on. Go ahead.
I have revealed to you everything. So the rules concerning all the stars of heaven are concluded here. Indeed, he showed me all their respective rules for every day, for every season, and for every year. The procession of each one according to the commandment, every month and every week. He showed me the total decrement during a half lunar year.
That's the old day you got to make up. Go ahead and read.
Of the moon, which it makes from the first through the 6th gate.
There it is. Go ahead and read.
For after the light of this 6th gate is disposed of at the end of the series of 6 gates, the beginning of the decrement during
that's right
during the other half lunar year,
right,
which it makes in returning in the first gate take place in its own season.
Go ahead.
Until 177 days are fulfilled.
Skip. We're gonna skip all that. Skip down to verse 5, bro. Read it where it starts at the moon. We ain't got to go through all that again. Go ahead.
The moon falls behind the sun according to the order of the stars, exactly 5 days.
There it is again.
During one period, 1/2 a year.
Yeah.
And when the place which you behold has been traversed, such is the appearance in the picture of all the luminaries which Uriel, the archangel, who is their leader, showed unto me.
So that's what we gotta. So now we know how to do the calculations. All praise to the Most High. Here the calculations again. One more time, I'm gonna show this before we go back to the scriptures. We got the calculations here. We got the equinoxes here. We got the seasons here. We got the degrees of the equinoxes, the maxilux, the equilux. We got all that. And we tell you we got to make these 5 days up. It's 5 days every 6 months, 10 days in 10 days in a year. I'm sorry. 10 days in a year. So every 3 years, you got 30 days you got to make up. Thus the leap year come in. So with that being said, we're going to go back to the scripture. We're going to go on down this home stretch and we out of here. To this one? This one here? What you need on them?
The calculations.
Oh, you want the calculation page again? Oh, my bad. There you go. Get? Oh, okay. I forgot we got that late. All right. And now we're gonna go back to the get out the PowerPoint, brother. We'll get out the PowerPoint. Stop screen share. We back in the building. To go to Psalm. Let's go to Psalms 104. We're gonna read verse 19.
Okay. Psalm 104, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
He appointed the moon for seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The sun knows his going down.
The sun, he appointed the moon for seasons. Same thing we read in Sirach, correct?
Right.
And he said the sun knoweth it's going down. When you pull that up in a blue letter, I'm not going to pull it up right now. When you pull that phrase up, knows it's going down, you know what it said? It knows its entrance and exit. Mm-hmm. But the moon is for the season, but the sun knows its entrance and exit. We just proved all that.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you that just another little, hit them with.
Yeah.
when they come up with it, right there, just a little quick jab. That's all. Yeah. Let's go to Genesis 8. Now we're gonna deal with this quick. We're gonna quickly deal with the harvest times. All right. Genesis 8 and 22, Hebrew.
While the earth remained in seed time and harvest,
Wait a minute. While the earth remains seed time and harvest,
and cold and heat,
summer and winter,
and day and night, shall it not cease.
it ain't gonna stop. So all these things play together. All these things go together to come up with the times, the seasons, the feasts, and everything. You got to have the harvest. You got to have night and day. You got to have cold and heat. You got to have summer and winter. You can't have the feast days, the calculation without all that working together.
That's right.
We just read that.
That's right.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the next place. Go back to Jubilees. We got a little quick hit it up.
Okay.
Let's go to Jubilees, chapter 2, and we're gonna read 1 and 2 on page 55. Hold on, Hebrew.
Okay.
Jubilees. Let me get it up in this room for the people. Jubilees 1 and 2. Get back in here. It's on page. What page I got down there on that, bro? 55. Yeah. Let me get that in here. 55. We're gonna read verses 1 and 2. What do it say?
Okay. Verse 1. And the angel of the I'm on the right page.
You right.
Okay. And the angel of the presence spoke to Moses by the word of the Lord, saying, write the whole account of creation, that in 6 days the Lord God completed all his work and all that he created. And he observed a Sabbath, the 7th day, and he sanctified it for all ages. And he set it as a sign for all his work.
That's right.
For on the first day he created the heavens, which are above, in the earth, in the waters, and all the spirits which minister before him.
Skip down, bro. Just skip down, and so we ain't got to read all that.
Okay.
Skip down and read that. Started at 3. I mean, I'm sorry, right above where it says. No. I'm sorry. You got to read that. It's in there. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got to read that. I got to have that in there. Go ahead and read.
The angels of the presence, and the angels of sanctification, and the angels of the spirit of fire.
That's just coming out them gates. Go ahead.
And the angels of the spirit of the wind.
Coming out those windows.
And the angels of the spirit of the cloud, and darkness, and snow.
Yeah.
And hail, and frost. And the angels of resoundings, and thunder, and lightning.
And what else?
And the angels of the spirits of cold.
So the angels making it cold?
And heat.
The angels making it hot?
And winter, and springtime.
And what else?
And harvest time, and summer.
There it is again.
And all the spirits of his creatures which are in the heavens and on earth.
That's good right there. See all this go together. You can't have one without the other. I don't care how pretty it look outside. All this go together, including the harvest, including the green ears, including the sun, the moon, and everything else. You got to have all of it. What's that? No. I ain't want to mess with dude on that. Okay. I ain't want to. It's dark. He ought to have a well-whooped rear end by now.
Bring it out.
No. He ought to have a well-whooped rear end. But if you want to go and keep reading about the day and the night, bro, come on, man. Stop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then we're gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna show him some mercy.
Mercy rule.
Yeah. His rear end ought to be sore by now.
Bring it out.
Let's go to we down the home stretch. We got 4 more after this, bro. Okay. 4 more after this. Let's go to Leviticus 2, and we're gonna read a couple of scriptures there. Leviticus 2, 1 through 4. Then we're gonna read 11. Now I want y'all. Do Jeremiah too. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull it up. It's just a one verse. Yeah. Just a one verse. Check this out, y'all. Jeremiah. What's that? Jeremiah 5? Yeah. And verse 24.
Yeah. Jeremiah.
Let me pull it up in the room for the people. Jeremiah 5. Watch this, y'all. Jeremiah 5 and 24. What do it say?
Neither say they in their heart.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm just gonna leave the blue letter up there. There ain't like keep going in and out. All right, now go ahead and read.
Neither say they in their heart, Let us now fear the Lord our God,
Mm-hmm.
that giveth rain, both the former and latter,
Mm-hmm.
in his season.
I'll stop right there. The former and the latter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's look and see what that means. Let's see if it still mean the same thing. The former rain, H31, it says the early rain, autumn showers. So the early rain is getting the rain, getting everything ready for seeds you to plant in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Rain which falls in Palestine, you might well it's the same thing as Israel.
Mm-hmm.
From late October until early December.
Mm-hmm.
So he get a former rain, right?
Right.
Let's go back. Let's look at the latter rain. Let's see what that means. The latter rain. Let's look at this. What did it say? It says the latter rain is the spring rain.
Yeah.
You know, April shower will make flower. You know, they come up with all that kind of stuff. They got it from the book.
Yeah.
You know, March and April rains which mature the crops in Israel. The former and latter rain, we talked about that before. Seeds is all the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, another bird down. Finish that out.
He reserved unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest.
The appointed weeks of the what?
Of
But
the
you got to
harvest.
have the rains too.
That's right.
The appointed weeks of the harvest are the 3 feast days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got green ears, first fruit, then you got the threshing floor, the tabernacle. Oh, okay. So, okay. Now let's go to the next place, Hebrew. Let's go to where we going?
Jubilee.
We're going back to Jubilee?
Yeah.
Jubilee 14?
Yeah.
I tell you, let's skip that.
Okay.
Yeah, we going to Leviticus, man.
It was Jubilee then Leviticus.
Well, we already read that though.
Okay.
We skipped Jubilee. I mean, we jumped Jeremiah, did we not?
Yeah. See, we had.
No, let's go to Leviticus.
We
We ain't doing Jubilee 14.
Okay, we ain't
Y'all
doing-
write this down. Jubilee 14, 1 through 5, 17 through 18.
Okay. So
All
we're
right.
going Leviticus.
Yeah, we going to Leviticus.
All right.
Jubilees chapter 14, verses 1 through 5, then read 17 through 18. All right. Now we're going back to Leviticus. Go to quick now. Leviticus, the chapter 2. We're going to read verses 1 through 4. Leviticus chapter 2. Let me change this in the room. Oh, that's already up there. All right, when you get it, Hebrew, go ahead and read.
And when any will offer a meat offering unto the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour.
Oh, well, what?
Fine flour.
You got to have some grain to have some fine flour. Go ahead.
And he shall pour oil upon it and put frankincense thereon.
Mm-hmm.
And he shall bring it to Aaron's sons, the priests. And he shall take there out his handful of the flour thereof, and of the oil thereof, with all the frankincense thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And the priest shall burn the memorial of it upon the altar,
Mm-hmm.
to be an offering made by fire,
Made by fire.
of a sweet savor unto the Lord.
It's got to be a pure, holy offering, y'all. That's another thing when we keep these feast days. We got to keep that in mind. It's got to be a pure, holy offering, purified by fire. Son, when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. For his gold is tried in the fire, so acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. That's what the book say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That proved the point on that. Skip all the way down. Skip down to that 11 through 14. They can read the rest of it on their own. Get down
No
to the
meat
hard part.
offering.
No meat offering.
Which ye shall bring unto the Lord,
Mhm.
shall be made with leaven.
No offering you bring. You can't have no current sins on your jacket you ain't repented from
Come
before
on
you
now.
bring it to the Most High. Don't be having no current sins on your jacket. You know you ain't repented, and you know you ain't made it right. And then you, oh Lord, you bless me with this. Get your butt out of here. Go ahead.
For ye shall burn no leaven,
Mm-hmm.
nor any honey, and any offering of the Lord made by fire.
What does verse 12 say?
As for the oblation of the first fruit,
How you gonna have the first fruit without a harvest?
come on now,
Go ahead.
ye shall offer them unto the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
but they shall not be burnt on the altar for a sweet savor.
Right.
In every oblation of thy meat offering
Mm-hmm.
shall thou season with salt,
Mm-hmm.
neither shall thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering.
Mm-hmm.
With all their offerings thou shalt offer salt.
Mm-hmm.
And if thou offer a meat offering of thy first fruit unto the Lord,
What did it say?
thou shalt offer for the meat offering of thy first fruit green ears.
Wait a minute. Green ears. Look at this. Green is a bee.
A bee.
How you gonna have a
Bunch of
bee? It ain't nothing blooming out there. Because a bee means green ears. So once again, though, he tell you the month got to have some fruit, some harvest before you can have a bee or Passover unleavened bread.
That's right.
He telling you this just by the naming of the month.
Mm.
That's what he telling you. So you got to have green ear, but go ahead and read, bro.
A corn dried up by fire.
Mm-hmm.
Even corn beaten out of full ears.
Out of what?
Full
Now,
ears.
I guarantee you go over there right now, ain't no fool is a current corn on none of them stalks over there in Jerusalem. You got a couple more weeks for that. You got to have it.
You got to have it.
And you can't have no. Didn't he just read full ear?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can't wait to. Oh man, it's good. I'm getting this, bro.
It's just
No,
good.
go ahead, brother.
And thou shalt put oil upon it.
You got 14.
Oh, yeah,
That was 14.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next place. Let's go to
Excellent.
Exodus. We're gonna read it a different way. Let's go to Exodus, the 34. We got two more after this. Exodus 34, and we're gonna read
18.
verse 18.
All right.
Watch this. Hold on, let me get this. Let me pull it up for the people they can see. All right, go ahead.
Exodus 34 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
The feast of unleavened bread shall thou keep.
Mm-hmm.
7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread,
Mm-hmm.
as I command thee, in the time of the month of Abib.
Of who?
Abib.
Hold up. Look at this, y'all. The month Abib is the same as green ears.
Yeah.
It's H24.
Mm.
So the month is named after the green ears. Now, if I walk over there right now and ain't got no green ears, I got a problem. I can't offer no first fruit off to the Most High.
That's right.
That's why we gotta add them days at the end of this year, every so many years, so we can make sure the harvest is still on.
That's how Christ knew how to do it.
That's right.
That's
so
right.
that now I'm gonna put it on the spiritual level. If you ain't ready, if you ain't the first fruit off when he get back, and you out of season,
I'll see.
Mm.
you outside the camp.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
in your
hunt.
spot.
Ooh.
See, you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
All this is
sir.
just a sign of
Yes,
spiritual
sir.
thing, but excuse me, we still got to
Yes,
get this
sir.
right.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand? But finish it out, bro. That was it on it.
No.
Go ahead and finish
The
it out.
time of the month of Abib.
Uh-huh.
Abib. For in that month Abib, that cometh out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm. That's good on it.
That's it.
Go to Exodus 23. I lied to y'all. We got two more after this one. I lied to you. I can't count. I can't count. Exodus 23. Exodus 23, we're going to read 14 through 17.
All right.
What it say?
3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year.
How many times?
3 times.
Now, we read that in Enoch and everywhere else, but go ahead and read.
Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I command thee,
Yeah.
in the time appointed of the month of Abib.
Yep. Green ears. Go ahead.
For in it thou comest out from Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
and none shall appear before me empty.
Mm-hmm.
In the feast of harvest,
Mm-hmm.
the first fruit of thy labor,
Mm-hmm.
which thou hast sown in the field, and in the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year.
That's right. The end gathering, that's tabernacle, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
When thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field.
And it's what's back to the feast. I mean, back to the harvest again.
Yeah.
Still talking about this harvest, even the tabernacle.
Yeah.
We read that in Enoch too, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
3 times in a year, all thy males shall appear before the Lord God.
You better get your butt up there. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice.
No, that was it.
it.
That was it on
Yeah,
this.
17.
Now,
Okay.
now we read all this stuff, did all these calculations. Man, we got to get it right. Let's go look at some, y'all. Go to 2 Chronicles. Let me get out this screen share. That's it on Blue Letter and all that.
Okay.
Let's get out this. Now we did all that. Now we're finna go to 2 Chronicles. Let's look at something. Go to 2 Chronicles. Got and then one more after this, and then we out of here. 2 Chronicles, chapter the 30. And we're gonna read, and I got it on the screen. We're gonna read 1 through 5, then we're gonna do some skipping.
Okay.
2 Chronicles, hold on, let me get there and stop running my mouth. All right, go ahead and read, bro.
And Hezekiah sent to all of Israel and Judah and wrote letters also to Ephraim and Manasseh
Mm-hmm.
that they should come to the house of the Lord of Jerusalem.
Did y'all catch that? He said he wrote to all Israel and Judah and Ephraim and Manasseh.
Yes,
Just like I was just telling y'all. You catch that?
Yep.
He said Israel, Judah, and Ephraim and Manasseh.
13.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
To keep the Passover unto the Lord God of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
For the king had taken counsel and his prince and all the congregation in Jerusalem to keep the Passover in the second month.
In the what?
Second month.
Wait a minute. Passover in the first month.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. Man, most high finna bust somebody wig go. Cause we kept on reading, man, you gotta do it here, you gotta do it here, you gotta do it here.
Yeah.
Somebody figured their head cracked. Maybe. Go ahead.
For they could not keep it at that time because the priests had not sanctified themselves.
Don't come to the feast if you ain't set apart, sanctified, got sins on your jacket, stay your butt at home. I'm looking for that fire to come down. I got to have it at least one time in my life. If I make it in the kingdom, good, but I want to see the Ruach HaKodesh come through like it did on the disciples.
I hear you.
I want to see it.
Yes, sir.
Say you unclean butt at home. Go ahead.
Neither had the people gathered themselves together to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing pleased the king and all the congregation.
Yes, sir.
So they established a decree to make a proclamation throughout all Israel for Beersheba, even to Dan,
Yes, sir.
that they should come to keep the Passover unto the Lord God of Israel at Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
For they had not done it of a long time in such sort as it is written.
So he making
As
a
it was
decree
written.
to do the Passover out of season.
Yeah.
The king is and the people like. Skip down to 8 verse 8. What did it say? Verse 8.
Now be ye not stiff-necked as your fathers were, but yield yourself unto the Lord, and enter into his sanctuary, which he have sanctified forever,
Mm-hmm.
and serve the Lord your God, that the fierceness of his wrath may turn away from you.
Yes, sir. So you go ahead. Going
Okay.
through 13.
Going down 13, okay.
Mm-hmm.
For if ye turn again unto the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
your brethren and your children shall find compassion
Mhm.
before them, and
Yeah.
lead them captive.
See, that's why I told the sister the man, just turn back to God.
That's right.
A righteous man falling 7 times.
Right.
Now I said a righteous man or woman. I ain't talking about somebody who wallowing in and love
Come on,
fornicating and adulterating.
Mhm.
I ain't talking about somebody love putting unclean substances in their body. If you got a sincerity of heart, you turn. He said, if you turn back to me, I'll turn back to you.
That's right.
Even out of season, I'll turn back to you.
That's right.
And bless that which you put before me.
Mhm.
Just turn back to him.
That's what he told Cain.
That's
right.
Just do right.
Oh, yeah, he's a man without doing well.
That's it.
That's it.
Go ahead, bro.
So that they shall come again into this land. For the Lord your God is gracious and merciful,
Mm-hmm.
and will not turn away his face from you
That's right.
if you return unto him.
Mm-hmm.
So the post passed from the city to city through the country of
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim and Manasseh, even unto Zebulun.
That's right.
But they laughed to them to scorn and mocked them.
Uh-oh, go ahead.
Nevertheless, divers of Asher and Manasseh and Zebulun humbled themselves and came to
See,
Jerusalem.
some of them said, man, I'm going on up.
Mhm.
Some of them laughed and some of them came up. Go ahead.
Also in Judah, the hand of God was to give them one heart to
Mm-hmm.
do the commandments of the king and of the prince
Mm.
by the word of the Lord.
That's right.
And there assembled at Jerusalem much people to keep the feast of unleavened bread in the second month.
You see that?
Yeah.
They came to do the unleavened bread in the second month, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. Skip that. You finished reading that?
No,
Go.
a
Finish that
very
up.
great conjugation.
All right, now skip down and read 15 through 23.
Okay. Then they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the second month.
Mm-hmm.
And the priests and the Levites were ashamed and sanctified themselves and brought in the burnt offering
Mm-hmm.
into the house of the Lord.
Mm.
And they stood in their place after their manner,
And did what?
according to the law of Moses,
And
the
did
man of God.
Mm-hmm.
The priest sprinkled the blood which they received of the hand of the Levites.
Right.
For there were many in the congregation that were not sanctified.
Mm.
Therefore the Levites had the charge of the killing of the Passover for everyone that was not clean.
Mm.
to sanctify them unto the Lord.
I tell you what, skip down to verse 21.
Okay. And the children of Israel that were present at Jerusalem kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with great gladness. And the Levites and the priests praised the Lord day by day, singing with loud instruments unto the Lord.
All right, skip down to verse 26.
So there was a great joy in Jerusalem, for since the time of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, there was not the like in Jerusalem. Then the priests of the Levites arose and blessed the people, and their voices was heard, and their prayer came up to his holy dwelling place.
And what?
Even unto heaven.
So he received it. So no matter when you try to keep this, you doing it with sincerity of heart. After all what we read about the calculations and all, if you try to do this thing the best way you know, and the Most High, you do it with a clean heart and clean mouth, Most High gonna receive that, man. He gonna honor that. Like I said about the children, you got 2 children that's trying to do it, and you got 2 ain't trying to do nothing. I'm gonna at least say, well, at least they tried to do this thing the way I told them to do it. So no matter you doing it this week, next week, whenever, if you doing it with the knowledge of the Most High gave you, and you doing it in sincerity of heart, with us being separated from our people, our ways, and everything, the Most High gonna honor it. But as you grow older and you get more knowledge, then he gonna hold you accountable for that which you know. That's what that is.
He said he wink at your ignorance.
Right, he wink at that. We ain't down to nobody how you do your thing. This is the understanding that we have. No, we not only have this understanding, we got brothers over in the Holy Land. They got their eyes on everything. We even call other brothers. Me and this brother called the other brother, Daniel, something, man, this is what we got with y'all, man. Same thing we got. We doing just like the old day. We getting confirmation. So we ain't just doing this thing willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? And even if we wrong, the Most High know we trying to get it right.
That's right.
Let's read the last verse, one verse.
Okay.
Zephaniah 3 and 9.
Zephaniah 3 and 9.
Yeah, last play.
For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent.
Look, he gonna set it straight when he get back. He said, I'm gonna return to them a pure language, and they go then, and only then will they worship me with one consent. So right now, I'm just worshiping with the brothers and sisters he done put me around. He gonna come back and say, T, now you know that was wrong right there. No, master, what? Okay, that was right. Okay. Then we all gonna be good.
Yeah, that's right.
I ain't gonna be saying I'm from Memphis, Tennessee no more. I ain't gonna be talking like you see me talking. I'm be speaking fluent, pure Hebrew.
That's right.
And I'm gonna be in my land with my maker and my brothers and sisters, and we're gonna be keeping the feast like he said keep. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what all I'm trying to tell my brothers and sisters. Hey man, this is the understanding that we have. These are the brothers that we have consulted with, make sure we was on point. But if you got something else, all praise to the Most High, you do that. Colossians 2 and 16.
That's it.
If you don't know Colossians 2 and 16, hey man, go read it. And then if you do it with a pure heart, then God bless you, man. That's all I'm saying. That's the lesson, man.
Hallelujah.
All praise.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
Yeah.
All
Put
praise.
those dates out.
Oh, yeah, let me put them dates out, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me get in my email here. Let me get into my email.
Green hair cone.
Boy, you crazy. You crazy. Let me get into my email. All right. We gotta, hey, boy, we gotta hit old girl up with the feed for the website.
Yes,
She just sent me an email.
okay.
So you got harvest.
You
got harvest, son. Do you do it in the harvest in the night?
Yeah, you can harvest at night.
Can you do it in
Okay. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen for the people. Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy, man. Hey, I'm trying to get that brother some mercy. He don't want none. He just keep running off at the mouth. But hey. So we got Purim on the screen. Y'all let me know when y'all can see our screen. See my screen. I'm sorry. Can y'all see that screen? All right. So this is the month of March. You see at the bottom of the screen said March. Excuse me. Purim begins on the evening of the No, I got it up here. 17th. Man, I hate doing this with that's the 16th. See, I hate doing this with what you call.
This was on my desk calendar. I'm surprised to see
Let me
that.
look on mine.
You look on your calendar, man, because this thing right here.
You're on there?
Wow.
Yeah. Here it is. I got it, Rob. I got it. Red chill. Let me go to March. Because it kind of screws up when you do it. Microsoft Excel on Google. It don't do right. But I'm gonna put it up here for the people anyway. What days you got it on? Because this on Google, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Doing Microsoft Excel on Google sucks. I'm trying, because it got my dates up here watered, but it ain't got the dates like I sent it out on Microsoft Excel. Because you on Google. Yeah, it starts on the 16th at sundown, ends on the 17th at sundown on March. That's what we got. I apologize, but the view on Google sucks, man. I don't like the way they do the Excel spreadsheets on Google. But that's the dates for that. And then as far as Passover unleavened bread, what you got on that? Because I can't tell on this. It sucks, man. I hate Google on the because I sent this out, but all the teachers got it. It's just right now, y'all on this Google, it just don't show right. I don't know why it shows like this. I really don't. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what. But it is, this Passover starts at sundown on the 15th. On the 15th, and goes into unleavened bread on April the 15th, and we take it all the way down to the 22nd at sundown. I know it kind of look goofy on here. It looked kind of goofy on here, but
That's a Friday night. Ain't it?
yeah, that's Friday night. So that's what we got. That's the feast days. I'm gonna have to start using my other computer because I don't like the way this looks on here.
You got Pentecost too.
Yeah, I got the Pentecost. So let's look at this right here while we looking at this, y'all, so we can count together. So unleavened bread, right? The last day unleavened bread is on the 23rd, correct, my brother?
Right.
All right. What day did the 23rd fall on?
23rd or 22nd, you just told us.
I can't see on it. I'm gonna tell you.
Saturday.
Hold up, it's the 22nd. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Going at sundown, going into the 23rd day. I'm just saying. But the next day, when the next Sabbath after the 22nd?
I'm sorry, the 23rd is that.
Yeah, that's the Sabbath, right? So
Yeah.
we start count right there. So 7 Sabbaths in the tomorrow after the Sabbath is gonna be Pentecost,
Today.
which is what? June what?
June.
There you go.
Mhm.
There go Pentecost on the screen right there. I know the days and stuff jacked up because of the way this thing read. But that's Sabbath after unleavened bread going into that 23rd day, correct, my brother?
Mhm.
Y'all got that on y'all phone too? Y'all got that. I want to make sure everybody on the same one accord. Let me get this thing here suck, man. All right, I'm just start bringing my other thing. All right, so the 15th. So y'all count 7 Sabbaths after unleavened bread. Unleavened bread ends on the 22nd at sundown, correct?
Right.
So on the 23rd, the 22nd at sundown starts the 23rd, which is Sabbath day.
Right.
Right, Friday night. So 1 Sabbath, 23rd,
Yeah.
2 Sabbaths, the 30th, correct?
Mhm.
3 Sabbaths, the 7th, 4 Sabbaths, the 14th, 5 Sabbaths, the 21st of May, 6 Sabbaths, the 28th of May, and the 7th Sabbath is what? The 4th of June. So tomorrow after the 7th Sabbath is June 5th. That's when we'll be having Pentecost.
That's 50
That makes sense?
That makes
We
sense.
all on one accord. No, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. So, because it started sundown, right?
Right.
All right then.
So we will be coming together on that Sunday.
The 5th, yes. Mm-hmm. The 5th.
Hebrews in the park.
That's it. Another Hebrews in the Park, number 2.
That's right.
So we'll be back in the building. Purim, I think when I talked to the brew shortly, I got to get with the other elders. We probably just going to do something next Saturday after class for Purim. Since Purim falling in the middle of the week, and I know people going to be ripping and running, going to work. We'll just, since it's just a civil day, we'll do a little fellowshipping at the class on that Shabbat of that week. All right.
Okay.
We'll just do something there on the Shabbat after class for Purim.
Okay.
But I am doing a lesson that night.
And that'll be the 19th.
Right, but I'll be doing the lesson the night of Purim. I'll be doing the lesson the night of Purim.
Okay.
But we just gonna do the celebration at class. All right.
So you don't do lesson on the 16th?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's all I got for the brothers and sisters. Boy, we got any more announcements? We don't have no more announcements? Okay. All right, we don't have no more announcements. We're gonna stand and face Jerusalem and we're gonna close out. All right.
Let us hear the conclusion
of the whole matter.
Fear
God and keep his commandments.
for this
It's the whole duty of man.
For
God shall bring every work into judgment
with
with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done
thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive our debts
Forgive us our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever and ever.
forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
God,
Talking about those entrances from how the
Yeah.
how the sun and the moon work. If that don't remind me of how they teach in chemistry, I said this is where they got all that stuff. About electrons going from
Oh,
one
yeah, 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 yeah.
to another, and they go
Sure
up and
do,
down
sure
and
do.
all around. I said, God,
So the way the
I said that is
That's what